Good afternoon. Welcome to another live stream of Jackson Hole High School sports. We're live at Jackson Hole Gymnasium waiting the start of the Evanston Red Devils and the Jackson Bronx for Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network. I'm Jake. He's Mac. That's Kimmy K. And the crew is ready to deliver you all the sights and sounds of this one. Jackson Lumber is helping us out with the broadcast. Jackson's original board store. Town Square Inns of Jackson Hole, including the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, 49er Inn and Suites. Big O Tires, a reputation you can ride on. And the Target Plaza, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, keeping our highways safe. Blue Spruce Cleaners, offering green, affordable, convenient, and friendly dry cleaning. And Silver Star, fiber fast internet for the Jackson Hole area. Let's start with girls matchup. First, we'll kind of catch you up on what happened in Riverton. Mac, you weren't there, but yeah, we want to forget it.
Yes, I heard it was a frustrating one for both the Bronx teams. The girls varsity did a good job, though. They got 39 points, the season high. I think we could see a 40-point game in the future. It's just a matter of when, and once you get that 40-point game, then look for the win, that first win that they're still trying to get. But I think it's going to come soon. It could happen in Kelly Walsh in a couple weeks on Valentine's weekend. We could see that potential first win, or we could see that first win today against the Evanston Red Devils. Historically, it's been a close, you could say almost rivalry. Both teams have had their struggles in the past coming years. But Evanston has improved dramatically. I think they have around 500 record, while Jackson's still looking for their first win.
Evanston girls are good. They're better than last year. It's a pretty good team, still young. And you're right, the rivalry is they remind me of each other. They're like mirror images of each other, the way they play. They both play hard. I mean, they leave nothing on the floor. They're really scrappy teams when these two teams go at it. They're fun. It's almost like who's wearing whose uniform, whether it's down there or here. They play a lot like each other. We'll take a look at that matchup between the girls and drill down on that a little bit more in the pregame. And for the boys in Riverton, it's and by the way, girls scoring, what did they have, 36,
39 points.
Yeah, I mean, and Coach Bingham said we could add more. Like, we missed a lot of shots that should have went. It's Riverton played that good. I mean, kudos to the Lady Wolverines. That's as good as I've seen them play all year. And, of course, they save it for Jackson. They were shooting lights out. I mean, they were unbelievable. I've never seen them do that all season. So, you just ran into a buzzsaw with them. For the boys, I'm afraid this is becoming a pattern, Mac, where they'll be good for a quarter, maybe 2 quarters, really good. And right in it, competitive, showing a lot of resilience, and then there's just a fade at the end. All of a sudden, the back-and-forth game becomes 6 points, 8 points, and they just start falling off the pace. What's going on? They can't be getting tired.
That could be a testament to inexperience. I know there's been a large turnover problem. Jackson's just struggling to take care of the basketball. You saw that in the fourth quarter against the Teton Timberwolves last Tuesday. Jackson had the 3 best quarters I've seen out of them all season long. They had an 8-point lead at one point against the Teton Timberwolves, but you just got to continue that. And the only reason why Jackson's struggling and fading away in these games is they're letting, I don't know what it is. It could be a mental standpoint, is maybe they're getting a little too comfortable. But in basketball, especially the 4A West, you can never get comfortable in a competitive conference where each team is looking to take a win and especially beat up on Jackson.
Yeah, definitely. Coaches preach turnovers all the time. They also talk about playing a complete game. You got to play a whole game. Jackson has yet to put together a 32-minute game. They've looked fantastic for 8 minutes, 16 minutes. They got to play a whole game, and things might be a little bit different. The JV, who are these kids? Is the JV girls finishing up in front of us, and then we'll dig right into the girls pregame. That's up next. Let's tee it up next on the Cowboy. I almost said the Cowboy State Network. Where are we? We're on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network. Back in a
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
Tired of waiting in ski lift lines? While Silverlight can't fast-track you on the slopes, we can fast-track your internet. With Silverlight Fiber, your connection won't slow down during peak usage. And there's no data cap holding you back. It's like your own VIP lift to everything you love online, 24/7, all season long. Silverlight Fiber is coming to Jackson this spring. Visit silverlight-fiber.com to check if you're next in line.
We're back here in Jackson. Pregame, awaiting the start of the girls. Girls, boys, back to back. So, you don't have, how's that, Kenny K?
Now I can hear you. Down a little bit, please.
All right. You and your sensitive ears. Mac, how's your volume? Good?
It's perfect.
Mine's like through the roof because I can't hear anything anymore. I feel like I was the, bazooka guy in the military or something back in the day. It's just a lot of wearing headphones for like a million years.
Yes.
And now I can't hear. Let's take a look at the girls' team, where they're at. Of course, it's a big, long losing streak. We don't like to talk about it in here. We don't talk about Bruno, and we don't talk about the L's that are piling up here in Jackson. But the change is coming. Olivia Bingham is excited about the future. So am I. Whether it's the girls that are juniors and seniors that are showing some leadership this year and showing the benefit of having played when they were freshmen. Allison Burcham, Mads Holland, I love their game, just to mention it too. Sophomores who saw just a cup of coffee here on the varsity team last year, and Ari Fowler and Olive Firmanek. I love those two. And then the freshmen, Jack Strickland and Maggie Holland. I mean, we're going to build a team here next year, Mac, and 2 or 3 years. Wow.
Well, that's the great thing, is the future is bright, and it does start with the ladies starting at the freshman level or continuing through middle school, because part of the reason why it's been so hard to find a win is in the past, most of the girls had never had any basketball experience ever. Most of the girls who played in middle school stopped playing or just started their first year, whether they were sophomores, juniors.
Yeah, they had other sports that were their main focus.
Yes. I went to one of those early practices, and I saw early practices a couple years ago, and Coach Shockley said, okay, now we're going to work on dribbling. Everybody, let's dribble, dribble with your right hand. And now I want you to dribble with your offhand. Dribble with your, if you were right-handed, dribble your right. If you're left-handed, dribble with your left. Now dribble with the other one. And the girls all yelled, we can't even dribble with our regular hand. It was hard, man. They did not. They were not basketball players. You had some athletes, some multi-sport athletes, but basketball stuff, teaching the, pick and roll, give and goes, where you're supposed to be on the court, all the basketball 101 that I'm still learning, the girls had to learn, and they're getting it. There are signs every time we watch them. They're getting it. 39-point output last time out against Riverton, when this team scores an average of 25 a game. That's certainly reason to be positive. They're going to have to bring it against their old arch enemy, the Evanston Red Devils, under head coach Roy Barker. This team's 5-7 overall, 2-1 in conference, ranked 9th in the 4A, coming off the one-game losing streak they lost to Star Valley last time out. The one place that you maybe can attack Evanston is you can rest. You probably don't have to come out and pressure them at the perimeter. They don't shoot threes, and they don't make threes when they do shoot them. And they really don't need to, I guess, is why. I mean, Cassie Barker occasionally will shoot threes. Most of the time, she'll live in the paint. She'll live down low. But This is a team that does not shoot from distance. They don't want to. They don't need to because they got a ton of length back.
Oh, yes. They've always been a physical, almost like football-style basketball team. So I should expect Jackson maybe to start with a zone. Jackson has zoned a ton this season, but I expect to see it more so in this game. Use that interior pressure and force Evanston to shoot threes that are lower percentage shots for the Evanston Red Devils.
I love that idea. You're starting to think along with my keys to the game, but yeah, I let that team shoot threes. Get in a zone and get in a zone that kind of hugs down in tight, like all 5 girls practically in the paint, like, and see if they'll shoot threes. And if they do, maybe you got to come out. But it'll be a challenge. Mads Hollins can't do it all, and she'll be asked to do a lot tonight because you're talking about a team that can put on the floor 5'10", Kiernan Simmons, the senior, 5'11", sophomore Cassie Barker, who is just explosive, and then the 6-foot Annalie West. So this team, they got some big kids down low. It's going to make it real tough to work the rebound game and tough, a lot of shot blocks. So if I'm the Jackson girls, shoot from outside. Don't go in there and mess with them, although Max says sometimes you can. Sometimes you can go right into their strength.
I think so. Jackson has done a really solid job of getting inside looks. When they have those drawn-up plays, Jackson has done a great job utilizing and actually going through and committing to those inside shots, and they're getting open shots because of it. Once you attack the paint, you get so much more option to look for perimeter shots or look for mid-range shots and get more ways to score when you attack and collapse the defense all in the paint.
As much fun as it's been to watch these two girls teams play, the Red Devils and the Bronx, whenever they go at it, it's a street fight. They play so hard, so scrappy. They get after it. I think the numbers show heavily favoring Evanston. In the last 25 times these teams have met, Jackson's won only twice, not in recent history. 2021, I guess we got to win. We've never won in their barn. Evanston's kind of owned this series over the last many years, a couple decades. But maybe that first dub comes tonight. We'll take a look at keys to the game, see what the girls have to do if they're going to get a win tonight or this afternoon. We're about 5 minutes away from tap. More of the pregame show, including keys to the game and the player introductions right after these. Jackson Bronx basketball pregame show on KZ95 and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming's roads and highways just as much as it does on the basketball court. Always know road conditions before you head out. Visit wyoroad.info, download YDOT's 511 app, or call 511 for current conditions. Buckle up every trip, every time, and put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. Finally, never drink and drive. Not even a little, because buzz driving is drunk driving. This message brought to you by YDOT.
Jackson Lumber, the board store, Jackson's oldest business and only true lumber yard in town. Jackson Lumber's hardware people are the best in the business, and they do it right the first time. Jackson Lumber works with people who make a living building, so the tools they sell are definitely the best hand tools and power tools available, with names like Vest Tool, Milwaukee, Makita, Skillsaw, Senco, Fine, and DeWalt. Jackson Lumber, the board store at 130 South Gromont. Call 733-6000, 733-6000.
You're watching and listening to live coverage of Jackson Hole High School sports on KZ95.
Both teams finishing up their warm-ups here in Jackson. It's Evanston Red Devils, Jackson Bronx. Girls going to get it going first. Boys immediately following. We'll have all the action for you. Statistics-wise, we didn't go over them because, well, for the Lady Bronx, they're too depressing. All their numbers are, at the bottom. For Evanston, everything they do is kind of mid-range. They're average in offense and defense, but with the exception of rebounding, no team in the 4A West rebounds better than this team, and that's that size. We were talking about that height. They beat up the glass, so your shots better go in if you're Jackson, or you're really going to have to fight for a second look.
Well, yes, Evanston You can credit that to the size, but rebounding is also all about effort and fundamentals. You have to be strategic about how you're rebounding. How you rebound, because boxing out is half the battle of rebounding. Jackson's got to really box out and get good position so that ball can fall right into their hands and make the job easier. If Jackson does a good job of getting those box outs on Evanston, then Evanston may not win the rebounding battle. And you know, when you win the rebounding battle, I say this every broadcast, 85% of the time you win the basketball game. So Jackson out rebounds Evanston, which is going to be a very big challenge, but Jackson's got to start embracing these challenges if they want to get that first win. They got to start with rebounding, and that starts with possessions, and then it creates opportunities to score.
Mac takes such a cerebral look at things. I say 99% of rebounding is being 4 inches taller than the other guy. Mac says it's all mental, man. You got to want it more. One way or another, we're going to have to rebound with these girls because they're very good at it. Keys to the game, contest from range is what Coach Bingham was telling me yesterday, but I think here's what we're going to meet on. Let them have those long-range shots. I'm not contesting them. I dare Evanston to shoot those long-range shots. I don't think they will, and I don't think they can. These two teams always play very physical, so I say manage your fouls. Coach Bingham has the advantage, being able to play 9, if not 10 girls. You are going to have to foul when you're playing their bigs down low. Matt Holland, don't be worried. Olive Firmanek, don't be worried when you foul out. That means you're playing hard. Manage your fouls. If someone's in trouble, get someone else in there. But expect to take a ton of fouls today. I don't think there's any problem with that. It's going to be that kind of game where we're going to hear a lot of whistles, I think.
Yes, and that means we're going to see a lot of free throws probably from both teams. So I think free throws could play an important factor in this game. And free throws, you know, exactly are what they saying or exactly what they mean. They're free points, so you got to take advantage. I'm always going to be critical on teams that struggle from the free throw line, because that is something you can control. If you practice more free throws and utilize that they're free points, then you're going to score more points and you're going to win more basketball games.
Yep.
Lost opportunity at the stripe. Yeah, it's a charity stripe. Take that charity. Go ahead. It's all free. I agree. You're right, Mac. Let's have the girls introduce themselves, and we're ready to tap this thing off just seconds away.
Ari Fowler, sophomore. Ashlyn Chamberlain, junior. Olive Firmanek, sophomore. Hayden Fogg, junior.
Maria Garcia, senior.
Zoe Bosch, junior.
Allison Birchup, senior.
Lucy Webb, senior. Mads Holland, senior. Shiloh Nava, senior. Trinity Green, junior. Kat Ankeny, senior. Holly Rommel, junior.
National anthem by Jackson Bronx basketball player Mads Holland.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through a night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job, Mads. Like a bird, she is. And we're ready to get it going here in the black hole as the Jackson Lady Bronx. What am I doing wrong?
I think it's paused in frame.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. Really? Oh, yeah, the flag isn't moving. All right, I think I got it fixed. Let's get that starting lineup to you for Evanston Red Devils. Madison Brown, the junior I see out there. Emma Lonsway, the junior. Emma Fessler, the junior. And, of course, Cassie Barker, the sophomore. Mac, take us through the girls' lineup.
Here we go. We got the Jackson Bronx, and starting at guard wearing number 0 is Ari Fowler, known for her shooting. She's a great three-point shooter. She'll be expected to hit a lot of those threes today. We got Olive Firmanek. I have not seen her play yet as she had an injury, but she's back into the starting lineup. Then we got Allison Burcham, known for her shooting. She's also got that great fake and drive shot as well.
Oh, yeah.
Then we got Lucy Webb, usually is the facilitator for the Bronx, brings up the ball a lot. Then we got Mads Holland in the middle, getting those big rebounds and tough buckets inside.
Hey, this is a good lineup. Good starting five and a lot of strength off the bench. Jackson Lady Bronx in their home whites, trimmed in black and orange. For the Evanston Red Devils, go big red. Ton of red. Their road reds trimmed in white. Jackson going to move left to right on your YouTube channel, and it's going to be Olive Firmanek to take the tap. She's 5'10", working on the 5'11" Cassie Barker. Watch her, number 33 for the red team. Cassie Barker does it all. Leading scorer, leading rebounder, leading. She is everything. Coach's daughter. And we get ready to go. And it's going to be to Evanston. Lonsway bounce pass far side to Fessler. Now into the low block with Kiernan Simmons. Long one from Fessler won't go. It's too short out of bounds. So Jackson, yeah, those long shots. Evanston does not shoot threes well and rarely try. That's an opportunity for Jackson. I like it. Emmy Fessler with the 3 miss there. Jackson ball just underway. As Ari Fowler inbounds pass, dangerous to Firmanek. It does eventually get there the hard way. Now she loses it. Emmy Lonsway bounce pass, and with the finish, it's Emmy Fessler, and it's 2-0.
Yep, and you're starting to see this full court pressure from the Evanston Red Devils, really making Jackson pay early.
Jackson normally handles pressure pretty well, better than last year and 2 years ago. The girls are much better staying calm. There's a steal from Cassie Barker. Over to Lonsway, who's open. Her left-handed layup, good. Emma Lonsway is very quick. Points in transition always going to come from number 2. She's quick. Jackson ball, Lucy Webb sporting the wrist support on that left hand. On the far side, triggers out top of the key to Ari Fowler. Fowler works it to Mads Holland baseline. As she gets tied up here, she's in trouble. Bounce pass intended for Firmanek. It got there again the hard way, sort of. And then she bumped hard. And out of bounds. No call on that as she collided pretty good under the bucket. But that's where accidents happen, underneath the basket, right, Mac? A lot of bodies.
Yes, there's a lot of physicality between both these teams, and we're already seeing it early.
Yeah, Cassie Barker had that ball knocked out of her hands out of bounds for a moment. But it's Evanston ball. They lead 4-0. Here's Lonsway. She's going to bring it up the floor all afternoon long. Get used to this. Her mentor, or mentee, I guess, as Barker tries a shot. That's blocked. Who did that? Was that Mads or Firmanek?
I think it was both of them, and just great fundamentals to keep those arms straight up and get nothing but the ball.
Big block. Both those girls giving away an inch or two on Barker. That was a huge block. It was 6:20 to go in the first. 4-0 Jackson ball. Foul. I did not see it, but it was on Emma Lonsway. Yeah. Inbounds coming from Fowler to Mads Holland. Bounce pass out here to Lucy Webb. Webb trying it on Fessler. Now pulls up her dribble. Backdoor pass intended for Bertram, just out of her reach, out of bounds.
And that's been a story for Jackson throughout this whole season, is they have great backdoor cut looks, but sometimes the pass just rolls off the fingertips.
The pass is just enough off. It's either not, it's not perfect, and the pass receiver doesn't help you, and get it. And those passes have just not clicked, and they've been so close. Here's Madison Brown for Evanston. And they get into the weave. Violet Cook is out there now, an exciting sophomore. Here's Lonsway. Lots of substitutions for Coach Barker's team. Ball thrown out of bounds. Can we save it? Lonsway, when there's a loose ball, everyone on the floor is going to be going toward it at high speed.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about the Evanston program is they are really coached well in going after every loose ball, both the boys and the girls programs.
Lucy Webb with it. Working on Fessler here. Pulls up her dribble. Has a wide open Holland. Mads going to try that far block. Bounce pass Fowler. She's going to drive the rack. Long, medium layer there. Floater, but it wouldn't go. Mads Holland looked like she intentionally went to go get a three and missed. As she got that backdoor rebound and then walked it out to the arc and fired one. Jackson just cannot get a bucket here, though, 4-0, and it's been that kind of theme for the girls and boys this season for Jackson. Hit those shots to fall. Jackson showing some pressure here, but Lonsway just wiggles right out of it. Up ahead to Kieran Simmons. Now to Lonsway. 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound is Violet Cook. And a foul underneath, and I hope that's not Firmanek, because she's going to get her 5 before we're at the half. She's that kind of defensive player. More substitutions for Evanston. It fouls on Mads Holland, by the way. Her first. Inbounds pass coming from Lonsway. Oh, right in. Too easy, but the missed shot. Cassie Barker missed the layup. Lonsway, look out. Fowler coming in to double team. And there's a wide open Violet Cook. That shot no good. Rebound is Barker. And a putback, another putback, and now knocked out of bounds Jackson ball. Barker is tough. What do you do, Mac? You say rebounding is mental, but that time Barker's like, well, rebounding is 5'11".
Well, you just got to know where Barker is on the court when the shot goes up.
Both teams pressing here early. Here's Lucy Webb driving the right lane. Her shot no good as Cassie Barker challenged that. Lonsway up ahead to Violet Cook. Cook has it. As Evanston trying points off transition. They're quick. Lonsway inside to Barker. Finds Simmons. Her shot no good, and Fowler there with a rebound. Good passing underneath Evanston. The little 4-foot passes are fun to watch.
Well, this may be the biggest improvement by these Lady Broncs is their interior defense. They are not letting Evanston get much inside.
They are. You've noted that, Mac. They're so good down low. Much better. Is Bertram with a shot no good and a putback. Allison Bertram, if you first don't succeed, rebound and follow up. It's 4-2. Cassie Barker up and in. And if she's hanging out in the paint, something's wrong, because Barker is going to live there. And you always know where you're going to find Cassie Barker, and it's going to be right where they found her. And she put it up and in. 6-2, timeout on the floor. We'll stay here because I want to see if I can get my camera to work down there without. Nope.
You moved it.
Yeah, but I think it's still frozen. Yeah, it is. I don't understand why it gets frozen like that. We're going to set it and forget it now, and that makes our other camera get frozen. There, and that's frozen. I don't know what's going on, but we may not be able to utilize our bench cam till I figure things out. Back on the floor, both teams. It's 6-2 with half the first quarter burned. And it'll be Jackson ball. Lucy Webb will inbound. Webb being pestered by Madison Brown, and now it's knocked out of bounds. Jackson will retain possession. Jackson has had a few challenges inbounds pass this season. Sometimes it's hard to do. And that's stolen away by Violet Cook. Pass intended for Burcham, but she took it away.
Oh, nice.
Madison
Lucy.
Brown had her pass knocked down for a moment. And now a battle underneath. Annalie West kick out now to Madison Brown. Inside it, Cassie Barker. Nice move. She got away from... That was good defense. Who is that? Is that Zoe Green playing pretty good D? I like that. I think Coach Bingham is going to have to just keep assigning different people on the down low post to deal with Barker. And let them play rough.
Yes, absolutely. Jackson's got to keep those fouls tentative because you know Mads is going to pick up some. You know Furmanek's going to pick up some, so you got to keep that rotation quick.
Lucy Webb with a beautiful bounce pass to Mads Holland. She kicks out to Burcham. Her shot partially blocked by Cook. Follow-up is no good. Somebody got a hand on that as well. These Red Devils really good at getting piece of a shot. Violet Cook with a backdoor cut, and Emma Lonsway leads this team in assists, and you just saw why. She sees the whole floor. There's a steal by Barker, but only for a moment, as diving atop of it is Mads Holland, and she'll make sure there's a jump ball. We get Kat Ankeny into the game for Holland for a moment. Fessler back in, and Emma Lonsway off the floor for a rare blow. 3 minutes to go, 8-2, Evanston. Jackson with the ball, Ari Fowler. She's been quiet, but not now. That fires that one, and it's too strong. Rebound fought for by Green and Brown, and they're going to give it to Jackson. They're going to say Madison Brown got it. Touched it last. Lucy Webb, she's become the point guard de facto with the absence of Bosch. Lucy, wanted Green, but it's stolen away, and good job by Emmy Fessler to just sense that pass.
Yeah, Evanston's got really quick hands as a team, and that's why they get so many steals and fast breaks.
Oh, that's going to be an over and back violation, actually out of bounds. Bad pass. Yeah, Evanston, their basketball, they got good floor IQ. They anticipate passes, plus their hands are sticky, Mac.
Yeah.
Webb will trigger into Burcham. Allison gets away from Fessler, and now she's going to tie up with Cassie Barker and Madison Brown. And the arrow will favor Evanston. Right back in is Mads Holland for Ellis and Burcham. So Coach Bingham rotating through her bench. So is Coach Barker. Both teams using every available player just about. Here's Madison Brown. Bounce pass into Cassie Barker. Barker gets knocked pretty good there by Lucy Webb. Barker didn't care for that, and Lucy has the same face always. Whether she never has a guilty look about a foul. She never looks mad that she fouled. She's just like, same face. Yeah, you're going to get an elbow. Put back there. That was Annalie West on the rebound. This team just pounds the glass so hard, Mac.
Oh, yes, and it also helps because they know where the ball is going. That is the advantage of offensive rebounds, is you can see the floor and see where that shot is going to end up.
Good point, Mac. The defense, for the most part, has their back turned. Offense has got everything in view. Madison Brown with it now, across the line. And Lucy Webb on her. Inside, good down low post move there by Annalie West. That was pro. That was big time. The sophomore puts it in. 12-2 Red Devils. Lucy, double team trap, kick out. Mads Holland, she's open. She'll drive the lane. Little 10-footer, no good. Rebound, Madison Brown. Jackson cannot hit a shot, and they also can't get a rebound. Those two things aren't good. Fessler tied up here, and Fowler with a reach-in timeout. Coach Barker trying to save Emerson Fowler, and he did. We'll stay here. So far, Mac, it becomes an easy game. We can talk about it and talk about it. You got to make shots, you got to rebound. And you might say you got to rebound, you got to make shots in that order, but those are the two keys of the game, and if you're not doing them better than your opponent, you're down 10. That's what happened.
Well, it's interesting. The only 2 points that Jackson has is because of Allison Burcham's offensive rebound. So having second chance points is something that Evanston is doing a great job of so far in this game. That's why they have a 10-point lead. So Jackson's just got to limit second chance points. Even if Evanston gets the offensive rebound, don't let Evanston go up right away and score easily.
Yeah. 1:45 to go in the first. Evanston playing a road game up 12-2. Both these teams lost their last time out. Here's Madison Brown over to Fessler. Fessler inside to West. Anna Lee gets tied up with 3 different Bronx and says, forget it. Now to Lonsway. Emma Lonsway cross court. Fessler got an open 3 look, and she's short with it. Ankeny came out to contest, and now another tie-up. Arrow will favor Jackson. That's Zoe Green down on the floor. You're going to see a lot of bodies on the floor today, I think. Full court pressure here from the Red Devils, but Kat Ankeny across the line. Gets away from the trap by passing to Lucy Webb. Webb being watched by Brown. Good screen there from Ankeny. There's Webb. Still can't find anything happen. Fowler wide open for 3. And she's normally dead-eye from there, but she missed. Lonsway coming the other way to Cook. Back door, no good. Violet missed. That was a nice 2-on-1 break there. And you know 2 guards work that 2-on-1 break better than Lonsway and Cook. When they're 2-on-1, that's usually in the bucket, but Jackson dodged a bullet there. 58 seconds left. Evanston ball inbounds to Cassie, and Mads Hollins picks up her second as she has to contest that shot from Barker. It's okay, Mads. I know 2 1/4 is not how you want to do it, but it's the only way to deal with Barker, who scores 9 points a game to lead all Red Devils, rebounds 6 a game. She's a presence. And she makes that. You can add free throw shooting to her game now. She just hit that one. She's pretty good free throw shooter, does it all.
Well, she's kind of a mirror image of her brother, I think, Kai Barker. I remember playing against him 2 years ago. Tall, long, good at rebounding, good at scoring.
She makes them both, 14-2. So my idea of fouling Barker might not work. As Ari Fowler, let's go with a 3, no good. Rebound Fessler. Ari tried to save it, and Fessler tried to let it go out, and it was Fessler who won that foot race. Or I guess the ball won. The ball got out of bounds before either player could get it. Here's Emma Lonsway, always a cool customer. Just as a junior, she's been running the floor for a couple years, and Fessler just gashes to the net right there. Or Lonsway, rather. Emma just found that another gear. Ankeny from 3. That rattles in and out. Rebound, Cassie Barker. Barker gives it to Lonsway, and she'll bring it up court. Emma Lonsway being guarded by Zoe Green. Emma not in a hurry, playing last shot. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Lonsway, whistle, double dribble. Lonsway didn't think so, neither did Coach Barker. They're both kind of looking at Stripes saying, what? Lonsway comes out, Violet Cook comes in. They go with a little more length on D here as we're playing for a last shot for Jackson. Ari Fowler got to hurry. Up ahead to Furmanek. She'll try from 12-footer, no good. Rebound, Kat Ankeny, but that'll do it at the buzzer. So Jackson girls play hard, but that was not their quarter for sure, but it was Evanston's. After 1, it's the Red Devils 16, the Bronx 2. We'll be right back with the second quarter after these. You're enjoying Bronx basketball on KZ95 and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
One good play can improve a team's chance of winning the game. And when executed properly over and over again, that play can take a team far. One good decision when you get behind the wheel can do the same. Approximately half of the people who lose their lives on Wyoming roads each year were not wearing a seatbelt. Stay in the game, Wyoming. Buckle up every time you get in your vehicle. It's a winning play. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
Let's get back to the live action on KZ95. Here's Jake Nichols.
We're back courtside, awaiting the start of the second. Mac, you know, Evanston, just to me, they just have the personnel. I mean, you can play better. Jackson can certainly play better. They have. But Jackson doesn't have an Emma Lonsway to run the floor with the absence of Zoe Bosch. And they don't have a big, legit big like Cassie Barker. You just don't have those two pieces. And those are important pieces to a basketball team, but not essential.
Yeah, so that's what's scary about the Evanston Red Devils is they only got one senior, so you're going to see a lot of returning players next season. Same case for the Jackson Bronx, so that is the great thing for the future of the Jackson Bronx. But yes, these varsity games you just got to take in as valuable experience, and it's little piece by piece that will get you players as talents of Lonsway and Barker.
With the absence of Mads Holland with 2 fouls, we see Maggie Holland out there as Coach Pregame tries to go with a little bit of size to counter. As Jackson creates a turnover here to start the second. Lucy Webb bounce pass to Fowler. Fowler trying to get away from Maddie Brown. Turnaround jumper in front of Madison Brown, but Maddie playing good, hard defense. Shot was short. Now a giveaway. Lucy Webb going to drive. Her shot no good, but she draws a foul on Simmons. Kieran Simmons was set, but had her arms out over, and Lucy Webb just ran herself into him intentionally. Smart play.
Yes, that was a great move to draw and initiate the contact and draw that foul. That was really smart by Lucy Webb.
Definitely did. I mean, Kieran's got to think, I'm just holding still, but the way she's holding her arms up and the way Lucy just went right into her, Webb has gotten really good at picking up those kind of blocking fouls as she missed that first one. Now you got to convert on the other end, Lucy. And she does. 16-3 now. Emma Lonsway brings it up court for Big Red. No pressure here from Jackson. The ball over to Maddie Brown. Brown works it inside to Simmons. Simmons floats one to Cassie Barker, but before that, there's a whistle.
It's on Maggie.
And it is on Maggie Holland. And Maggie, that's exactly why you're out there. It's okay. I'd rather have you foul on a shot maybe, but they're just trying to deny Cassie the ball. 33 is going to get a ton of attention from the team in white. There's a long three there. Good. Madison Brown, a turnaround three. That was impressive. She didn't see the basket till the last half second.
Oh, quick release, and you could tell she's a shooter.
Man. 19-3 now. Lucy Webb with it. Webb working that far side. Lonsway slapping away at the ball. And now it's going to be Furmanek to Ankeny. Cat puts one up. Shot no good. Rebound, though. Maggie Holland fighting for it and trying to pull it away from Fessler. And I thought she did. Did she had a foot out of bounds?
No, travel. Based on the way she was down on the ground, she traveled.
I like, there's no way I would have thought Maggie Holland could outmuscle Emerson Fessler. Not in a million years. And she kind of did right there. Wow. Toughness. Both these teams tough. Fessler with it now. Top of the key, Lonsway. Emma works at far side Brown. Maddie Brown to Simmons. Simmons floats one to Cassie Barker, who's open again, but this time can't make the shot. And that interior defense, Mac. Shots contested in the paint.
Well, even when Cassie Barker gets good position, because she's doing such a good job of sealing while Jackson is fronting that post feed, Jackson's still able to force the miss and doing a good job at it so far.
Lucy Webb gets yet another block. This time it's Kieran Simmons again, her second. And Webb is wearing Kieran out with that drive. That shot is no good. Cassie Barker gets a rest, so does Kieran Simmons. It's Cook and West in for those two as Barker works that bench. Second shot here from Lucy. She made the back end last time, and she can't get it there. Violet Cook with a rebound for Evanston. Emma Lonsway across the line, pushes it, wants to push the pace up ahead. Shot no good. Annalie West, somebody got a piece of it. And now Harley Rommel with a bear hug on West. Emma Lonsway trying to get it to West again. It didn't get there. That is Bronx defense, Matt.
Yes, it is. And just chipping away, and now you see Barker's putting Barker to the scorer's table.
Yeah, Barker's got to get back in there. They can't be without her long. Here's Ari Fowler, turnaround jumper. She got away from Maddie Brown, then Violet Cook was right there to pick her up. Fowler certainly has shown up on tape for Coach Barker in Evanston. He knows who number 0 is. And you can see his girls not giving Ari a whole lot of room here to work. Just underway here in the second quarter, 19-3, Fowler to the line, where she is not a good free throw shooter. Maybe the only part of her game that is subpar. She does it all. She plays good defense. She has an attack game going, and of course the threes, but she is not really dialed in her free throw game yet. And
Those
both.
are free shots. I'm with you, Mac.
That's what Max said.
Like, come on. That's the one I could probably make is the free throw.
Yeah, Jackson so far 1 for 6 from the free throw line.
Ah, boy, you talked about it. Maddie Brown with it now for Evanston to Violet Cook. Cook, just a sophomore, over to Anna Lee West. West to Madison Brown. Fessler, loose jam. Wide open is Fessler. Good. And Emmy Fessler, who has tried, that's her third 3 try, the first time she's hit one. But the 2 wide open. She's not going to miss that. Here's Ari Fowler with a drive. Oh, what a backdoor pass to Harley Rommel, but it was blocked by Anna Lee West. That pass was sneaky.
That was a nice play. How did we not score?
I didn't even see Harley. But it just wouldn't fall. Wide open for Brown. Her shot no good. Rebound. It's going to go into the arms of Maggie Holland. Lucy Webb picks herself up. Up ahead, wide open is Furmanek. Her layup no good. Furmanek will try again. Cassie Barker got a piece of it. Furmanek the third time, no good. Oh, boy. Well, Olive, give her A for effort.
Oh, nice steal, Lucy.
Just couldn't get a shot. Lucy Webb lost the handle. Emmy Fessler with it now. Emerson kicks it out. They're going to slow it down, cool it down. Anna Lee West. And a foul, reach in. That's unnecessary. Olive is going to get her fouls. You don't need that one. You got Anna Lee West is like 30 feet from the bucket. She's not going to hurt you out there.
Oh, that could be out of frustration, as that was a very sloppy possession, back and forth, becoming a track meet or a yard sale, everything all over the place.
Yeah, it got sloppy, and Furmanek is still fuming about 3 tries at the basket, and the sophomore, it's going to have to learn you can't play with that kind of emotion. Unnecessary. That's her second. She has to sit. Here's Violet Cook, near side. Lonsway floats one in to Anna Lee West. The reach for over the back is Holland, who knocked it loose for a moment. Lonsway, I wouldn't double up Lonsway. She is just dribble away from you. Cassie Barker lost the handle. Nice defense inside. Mads Hollins. Cassie's upset with herself and reached in. Don't tell me these two teams don't play with emotion. They kind of love to hate each other. They're always physical whenever they play. Ankeny will check in for Ari Fowler. Harley Rommel will trigger in here in front of the scorer's table. To Ankeny. Just under 4 to go in the half. Jackson still stuck at 3 points. Rommel to an open Mads Holland. She'll try the 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound goes to Maggie Holland. She pulls it down. Her shot from 10 feet away. No good. And the rebound to Anna Lee West. Good idea. Maggie was open. Shoot it. But you can't get 10-foot shots to fall. You know it's not your day.
Dang.
Emmy Lonsway inside. Barker, and again, good defense. It's Kat Ankeny. Share the wealth, girls. I love it. Cassie Barker has got a look of already frustration in the first half. She's used to getting her way, I think, and Jackson's been tough on her down low. But she's good from here. She was 2 for 2 on her last trip. This is Barker. Yeah. That was Ankeny's first, by the way. Madison Brown checks in for Violet Cook. Cook gets taller by the quarter. Last year she was like 5'5". She must be 5'8" now. Barker, good. And it's 24-3 with 3:24 to go in the half. A little bit of pressure here from Evanston. It's kind of that 3-quarter pressure. They just wait to see if you get in trouble, and then they'll come after you. Kat Ankeny with it now, dribbling against Anna Lee West. Kat pulls up her dribble, finds Harley Rommel. Rommel in the paint, cross court. Holland Maggie gets it to Rommel. Rommel fires from just inside the perimeter. No good. Kat Ankeny Open is Burcham. She'll let it go. Partially blocked by Lonsway. And the rebound goes to Evanston. Jackson cannot make a shot. Fessler, long three right in front of us. Good. Emerson Fessler, she had all day to line that up.
Oh, I'd like to see a stat of how many fast break points Evanston averages per game, because it seems like almost all of their buckets have been fast break points.
True enough. There's Burcham, who just stole it away and put it up and in. And Burcham has got 4 of the Jackson's 5 points. Lonsway to Brown. Madison Brown. Now to West. Anna Lee. Over to Chesney Mackey in the game now. And it's Lonsway. Lonsway bumps with Rommel pretty hard, and Harley's going to get a ticket there. Harley played a bunch of the JV games, so her availability here will be about a half a game. I wouldn't mind her getting all 5 and then her 16 minutes of work, as she committed her first, team 4th. Both teams have 4 fouls. Into the game is number 11. I'm not sure I have an 11. Ashton Green. Okay. Long one from Green right there. Dribbles in and out. Rebound Green, but she knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Jackson ball. That's Ashton Green, the sophomore.
And that was a good box out by Harley Rommel, and that's the only reason why Jackson was able to get it.
Now a scramble for a loose ball. It's Maggie Holland on the floor with Emma Lonsway. There's about 12 of those, 15 of those, 20 of those every game. Every time Jackson and Evanston meet, like just a scramble for the ball. It's like a Roman Greco wrestling match. Here's Burcham. Nice screen set by Ankeny. She was almost moving. Now Kat lets fly with a 3. Harley Rommel with a rebound. Her shot is blocked by Cassie Barker. Barker's got to have about 4 blocks at this point. Rommel with a great idea with that rebound.
Well, it's just hard to get any shots over the Evanston low post defense, because just that standing reach, Barker didn't even have to jump for that block.
Yeah, I mean, she's a legit 5'11", all of 5'11". She looks taller to me than Anna Lee West, who's listed at 6. As to the line goes Madison Brown, Ashton Green. She misses that one. There's a foul committed on by Allison Burcham, her first. Lonsway gets a break. Violet Cook replaces her, the point guard in waiting for the Red Devils. Although if she keeps growing, she may become a forward. Green makes that one. It's 28-5. 1:37 to go in the half. This has not been Jackson's Saturday. We'll say that. We've seen the girls play better. Burcham works far side. Now to Maggie Holland. Nice job faking a drive and then kick out to Ankeny. Back to Burcham. Stolen away. It's Violet Cook, the sophomore, up with a layup. No good. Rommel with the rebound. Harley, you see, if she wants to run, she lost the handle. Violet Cook steals it back. Fessler had an open 3. She's hot off 2 for 2 of her last try. She's wide open. But that's kind of the key. We said give them that long shot, although Emmy's been hitting them.
Yeah, I think Evanston's hit 3 or 4 threes in this game.
That's stolen away by Maggie Holland. Jackson ball, under a minute to go in the half. Holland to Rommel. Harley with Emmy Fessler on her. Rommel peeks at the clock. Her pass stolen away. Cassie Barker going to go coast to coast, but here comes Mads Holland. Look out. Up and in. I thought Mads was going to get her 3rd foul in glorious fashion, but she laid off at the last minute. Here's Burcham. Bumps into Barker and lost the handle. Madison Brown the other way for the Red Devils. Her shot no good. Harley Rommel with the harm. And that'll send Brown to the line. 25 seconds to go. Brown, a 44% free throw shooter, averaging 3.5 points a game, 3 rebounds a game. She gets it. 31-5. More substitutions. Chesney Mackey, the junior, back in, replacing Cassie Barker, who will sit for the rest of this first half. Madison Brown buries both of them, and it's 32-5. Yeah, the game coming down to free throws with all the fouls. Evanston's hit theirs. Jackson has not converted theirs. Simple game, right, Mac?
Yes, that's the famous Sean Shockley saying that he'd always say, it's a simple game.
Emmy Fessler gets run over, and I believe Harley was the nearest.
That'll be her third.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Harley, we said she wouldn't be around long. She played a lot of JV game, and she'll make sure she's noticed while she's out there. Third foul. This will be Emerson Fessler, who's hit 2 threes. I didn't know that was a part of her game.
They gave it to Mads.
Oh, okay. Mads third. Well, that's worse. You need Mads in a game like this for the rebounding. Fessler, her second, won't go either. The rebound, West. Anna Lee, she'll put it right back up. Good. Anna Lee West. And playing for the last shot, 34-5. Jackson's got 3 seconds. 2. Burcham lost the handle, but a foul. And that's going to be on Emma Lonsway, her second. And Evanston doesn't need her off the floor, but Coach Barker has just a surplus of players that I don't think he'll worry about it. 1.3 seconds. Burcham to the line. She's led all Bronx scorers. And she takes a look at this one. It's good. Evanston having some kind of a half here. This is one of the better games the Red Devils have played. They're doing it on the road. This is one of the worst games the Lady Bronx have played. How much of that is Evanston, Mac, and how much is just it's not their day so far?
I think it's a weigh-in factor. I think it is more Evanston outperforming this game because it comes down to turnovers. Turnovers has been the biggest problem.
Yeah, you mentioned the Red Devils, a lot of points off transition, a lot of points off the fast break and being quick down the floor. So the half ends here with Evanston 34. I have 35. Am I wrong? Maybe. Well, I'll go with the scorer. Evanston 34, Jackson 5. Let's get to the halftime show next. Give you some stats right after these. It's the Jackson Bronx Radio Sports Network on the Jackson Hole KZ95.
One good play can improve a team's chance of winning the game. And when executed properly over and over again, that play can take a team far. One good decision when you get behind the wheel can do the same. Approximately half of the people who lose their lives on Wyoming roads each year were not wearing a seatbelt. Stay in the game, Wyoming. Buckle up every time you get in your vehicle. It's a winning play. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
Well, Drats and double Drat. 34-6 at the half, not following the trajectory. You know, the Lady Bronx have been getting better and better and better and better. And a couple of nights ago in Riverton, 39 points. Got to be hard-pressed to get there. This is a step back in the progression of getting better and better. That'll happen, right, Mac? As teams get better, you take 2 steps forward, 1 back, 2 forward.
Yep, sometimes it happens in a rebuilding moment. There's always going to be a share of off games and off shooting games, and Jackson's just having one of those games. You know, it's part of the growing, it's part of the process. You can't make a process by or progress without going back a couple steps like you just said. This is how you grow as a team, and this is how Jackson is really going to come back, and they're going to think about this game, and they're going to be like, we could do so much better, and they know they are going to do so much better than what they're doing. Turnovers has just been the largest problem I've seen so far in this game, as there was 5, 6, 7 possessions in a row where Jackson couldn't even get a shot off because they turned the ball over. And that's going to really limit the scoring, and that's why it's only scored 6 points in the first half.
Normally when these two teams meet, it's not so much who's got better players. It's just who's got more try. Like, both teams go at it. Right now, Evanston is just playing out of their minds. They're big. Their good players have played great. Their average players have played good. And they just look like they want this one more. Jackson looks a little sleepwalky here. They can't make shots, and I don't see the usual intensity. A little bit, a spark, but yeah, it's been a quiet 5-point production, and things got to get better in the locker room. We'll see what happens. Stats-wise, what do you got, Kibby K? Who's doing the damage over there for the Red Devils?
Fessler and Barker both in the lead with 8 each.
Yeah, Emmy Fessler is good for 6 a night usually. I don't normally see her hit threes, but she's doing it today.
Yeah, she got 2 of them.
Cassie Barker is having her usual game as well. Okay.
West has 6.
Oh, wow. I did remember Annalie West. Just a lot of hers come after a board. She'll come down with a rebound, turn around, put it right back up. Boop.
Brown 5, Lonsway 4, Cook 2, and Green has 1.
All right, spreading it out pretty good, but they're big. They're bigs getting it done. Fessler, Barker. We'll see a little of Annalie West. They got a cast of characters that can hurt you. It's a good team over there, and they've been, maybe hiding last year when they were so young and the record wasn't great, but they're starting to bust out now, Mac. This team is 5-7 overall, 2-1 in conference, and they're still young.
Oh, yes. 1 senior, as I mentioned earlier, and, just a lot of size and talent, but the talent is growing with the size. And, it's fun to see if you're a Red Devils fan, and I think they can make some noise in regionals come in March. And they're looking like one of the best 4A West teams in the 4A West for sure, and they're proving why today. Almost on pace for 70 points, which is a very, very high-scoring, well-put offensive production for the Red Devils. So Jackson's got to get more defensive stops. They got to start getting shots to fall, and I think they're bound. I think shots will start falling in the second half. I think there will be a change of intensity. I think Jackson's going to try and cut that lead a little bit, and it's just got to start 1 possession at a time, win the first 2 minutes, then win the next 6 minutes, and then win the quarter, and take it little steps at a time, and that's how you actually come back and then make some noise in the game and see what can happen.
This is our first look live at the Evanston Red Devils, and they passed the eye test. They're putting the 4A West on notice with no more Cody Phillies in the 4A, with Star Valley girls having an off year. The door's wide open, and Evanston Red Devils are ready to step into it, this girls team, and the boys team as well, maybe. How'd our girls do, Kimmy K? We saw Allison Burcham have, she's playing.
Yeah,
Nobody told her they didn't belong on the floor with Evanston.
She's got 5 of our 6, and Lucy Webb has 1.
Awesome.
Oh.
But we need, that was too short, by the way, so that tells me we need more offense. That was quick.
Yeah, shots just were struggling to fall. We saw Ari getting very good looks. They just didn't drop through, so I expect to see more good looks, and I think I expect to see more go through the net. Ari's got some good offense going, and I think you could see some scoring production from Ari. And, Lucy Webb is attacking the rim, so I think if Lucy just keeps attacking, she's going to get more points, whether it's finishing at the rim or getting those free throws. Jackson, has struggled from the free throw line, and those are the free points that Jackson so desperately needs. So I think that's going to be a note to put in the back of your mind for practice come this week. Work on those free throws, and draw those fouls because Jackson's doing a good job drawing the fouls.
Drawing fouls. Jackson's also playing good defense down low, which that part of their game has gotten better and better. It's really good. It's not a weakness. It's now a strength. But, teams like Evanston have a way of making you play your worst. I want to say, it's not Jackson's night. It's not Jackson's day. Not their best game. But I also want to credit Evanston in that they make it look like it's not your day. And it's the steals. It's the, it's their adjustments. They wanted to go down low with Barker. It wasn't there early because of the strong defense, so they went back outside, and Fessler buried three. It's a lot of things, but Coach Barker has these girls, they play smart basketball in the way they play, similar to how Jackson plays. They make you play their kind of basketball, and they're better at it, and they make you play like you look bad. It's easy to look bad against Evanston. They have a way of doing that to you. And so time and time again, you wonder, every time we play the Red Devils, it's not our best game. Well, guess why? The Red Devils are doing that to a lot of teams. We're just about a minute away from getting the second half started. To tap this one, we'll take one more quick break. It's Jackson Hole Bronx basketball, the KZ95, the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network. Back after.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local while staying at the Antler Inn, Elk Country Inn, Cowboy Village Resort, or 49er Inn and Suites. With the best entertainment, dining, shopping, bars, and brews all in walking distance, you'll never want to leave. Call 1-800-4-TETONS or find them on the web at townsquareinns.com.
#95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
I don't know if it's me or the scoreboard operator, but they've given an extra point to Jackson, and I had it 35-5 at the half.
No, it's 34-6.
Okay.
You did it to the wrong side.
I put it on the wrong. Yeah, it's operator error again.
Because 18 plus 16 is 34, and 5 plus 1 is 6.
How many times have I messed it up? I can't make replay work. The cameras don't work today. And the sound, at least, which has been a problem off and on this year, the sound is working. So I'm 1 for 5, maybe. As we get ready for the second half, let's see if Jackson can come out of the locker room looking like a little bit of a different team. It's Evanston's ball. Cassie Barker. Nice shot blocked. I think Furmanek got a piece of that. We'll look at the replay, but again, Cassie Barker not having a great time down low.
Well, it is hard to score over 3 Bronx players who are all straight up.
Yeah, Furmanek was one of them.
I think it's Furmanek, Bircham, and Mads.
Yeah, it was. It might have been Mads who got ball, but yeah, there was all 3. And when 33 has it, the instructions from Coach Bingham is gravitate to her, get tall. And we saw it. Cassie Barker still having a good game, but I think she's beginning to be frustrated by the defense down low, which has been good. Furmanek to Webb. You see Webb inside to Olive Furmanek. Nice shot. Little 12-footer. Won't go. Furmanek with her own rebound. No good. Cassie Barker finally pulls it down for Evanston. Here come the Red Devils. Boy, they love running when they get the ball in their hands. To Kieran Simmons, double teamed. Out to Madison Brown, and she hits the left-hander with a 3. That's Maddie's first triple. And it's 37-6. Shot from Bircham, no good. Rebound Furmanek and gave it away. She was running out of real estate. Oh, but it traveled.
Yeah, and even though Jackson's had a slow start in the first minute, they are starting to crash the boards a lot more. Furmanek's already got 2 offensive rebounds.
This is Fowler, open look for her.
Yes.
Got it. And that's a sigh of relief from Lady Bronx fans. Fowler had a good look. She has not been able to get anything to fall in the first half, but that's a good sign. She hits that one. Kieran Simmons, near side, Lonsway inside of Barker. Let's see how much attention. Yeah, Fowler picked her up, but just too much. Ari didn't want to get real aggressive, and Barker put it right up over the top. Furmanek the other way with a layup, no good. That's got to fall back, or you're never going to win games. I mean, she was open. She had the shot. She was mildly contested. You got to make layups.
Yes, even any look within 5 feet is a must. That must go through the net.
39-9, 30-point game. Evanston ball. Lonsway. Easy for us to say. We're up here on the top row of the bleachers. Kieran Simmons to Fessler. Fessler foul on her. Ari plays some pesky defense. Learned that from AJ, no doubt. Uh-oh, ball loose. Furmanek stole it away from Lonsway, and that hardly ever happens. And Burcham with a long three, no good. Fessler with a rebound. Emma Lonsway does not lose the ball very often. Put that on the highlight reel. Barker working inside against Mads Holland, and Barker did it perfectly. She gave Holland a little bump, created some room, and put it up and in.
Yeah, and was able to get open even over long outstretched arms over Fowler the possession before, and Mads that time.
Another miss from Jackson, one and done as Evanston with the rebound. Ahead to Cassie Barker. Gets it out to Maddie Brown. Brown on Webb. Webb with the tackle, and there's the whistle. Lucy Webb gets up with a smile. Good job, Lucy. And the arrow's going Jackson way here. Webb will inbounds. 5.5 to go in the third. Jackson down big, 41-9. We're just working on fundamentals now, working on something they can bring to the next game. Fowler to Burcham. Allison Burcham bounce pass out to Webb. Lucy to Fowler right here in front of you from the elbow. Fires three, and that did everything but go in.
Oh.
Halfway down, and it came out. Fessler with the rebound, gets it to Brown. Now to Lonsway. Emma floats one, looking for Kieran Simmons. It didn't get there. Nice idea, but not a lot of room in there. Jackson's been really good, though. One thing Jackson's done is down low defense. They make it hard, anyway, to get a pass, get a shot.
Yeah, they've been doing strong defense downside, except just for Barker. Barker's just a matchup problem.
Yes. Burcham from three. No good. Rebound. Mads Holland's got a hand on it. Burcham as well. Now they both battle Anna Lee West. Another tie-up. We flipped the arrow, but it's Evanston ball. Violet Cook will inbounds. Jackson backs up into a half-court defense and sucks down low. I like that. Just everybody get down to the paint. Make Evanston shoot threes. I know Fowler hit a couple, Fessler hit a couple, but there's Lonsway thinking about baseline. Travels a little bit. I mean, not travels, but she's kind of dribbling around. Outside for Fessler. Her three, no good. Rebound save, no. Out. 4:32, 41-9. It's Evanston Lee. Ari Fowler brings it up court. Now to the other guard, Webb. Webb into Mads Holland. Lost the handle, but Furmanek is there. She lost it. Now to Mads Holland, and she takes the penalty from Anna Lee West. Her drive and drew the foul. For West, it's her first, I believe. No, they say her second. And Mads Holland will go to the line. That one's off the mark. Mads' shooting to start the year was notably better than last year. She's not what I would call a pure shooter, let's say that. But she was better early in the year, and now some of those shots might be escaping her. Fessler gets the rebound as Mads missed both. Lonsway to Cook. Violet in the lane. Good. And that was a nice touch.
Yeah, the pop shot using the float and then right through the net.
And no glass, just whoosh. Burcham to Webb to Fowler. Her three's off the mark. Rebound Furmanek. Put back, no good. And Olive's worst enemy is a layup right under the basket right now. Good defense, good rebounder. There's Lonsway just driving up and in right through three, Lady Bronx. Holland was there, Burcham was there. Mads has got to come out. She took a...
Yeah, she's got bloody nose
an
or bloody
appendage
mouth.
to the lip. Yeah, she got busted in the mouth. 45-9. And so many different ways Evanston can score. Emma Lonsway with the drive. Barker just camping out down low, or Fessler from three. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah, Evanston really proven. They're trying to prove a point here in Jackson. A 4-hour drive does not matter.
Right.
They want to win this game, and they want to win with a punch.
This team had to travel all the way up to Afton to play Star Valley and then go back home, and then 2 days later come all the way back up here to Jackson. Yeah, they look a little bus angry, a little road trip angry. Here's Lucy Webb, cross court to Burcham. Burcham puts a move on Cook. That ball fake of hers, Mac, world class. Lucy Webb, cross court, Burcham. She's open, she'll take it. Just missed, and Violet Cook with a rebound. And his shot's not going in. I don't know what it is this Saturday. Fessler drives, baseline. That's up and in. And Emmy Fessler showing us her complete game. Makes it 47-9. Here's Green. Attracts a triple team, and now coughed it up to Emma Lonsway. Lonsway, cross court to
Good,
Cook.
Ari.
On a really good hand. Who grabbed that? Ari.
Ari blocked and grabbed it.
Usually Lonsway Green coming down court, or Lonsway Cook coming down court is deadly. But a good steal from Ari. Here's Burcham. Her shot blocked by, guess who? 33. Cassie Barker. Barker with Kat Ankeny in her back pocket all the way down coast to coast and missed. And Ari Fowler with a rebound on the back door. Good defense by Ankeny. Didn't commit the foul. Didn't let Barker have a freebie. Burcham from 3, no good. Short, rebound. Trying to save it. Whoa, and almost knocking it off at Fessler was Zoe Green, but she and the ball were already out of bounds. Wholesale changes here for both teams as Barker empties the bench. I think that was a hockey change. Fowler comes out for Jackson. A lot of new faces out there for the announcer, just keeping me ready. We got a 15 I already don't know.
And
I got no 15 on my roster. That's 15 with it there. Her shot off the side of the backboard. Rebound. 31. I don't have it.
Maddie Abad.
Thank you, Maddie Abad. You're going to have to help me, Kimmy. That's Shayla Nava. Her 3 is just short. And it goes to the mysterious 15. And now here to scoop it up is Maddie Brown. Madison Brown up to 15. Let's see what Elin calls her. I don't have a... Matt, go steal his roster if you see it. It's 30. I think I have a 30. No, I don't have a 30 either. I don't have half these girls. Chesney Mackey with it. Works it near side. Madison Brown to 15. Back to Brown. Maddie Brown drives. Kick out to Chesney.
Rebound.
Kohler, I think.
Okay. Nice rebound
I
by
have
Ackney.
Julia Barton.
Dannon Kohler, I believe, is her name.
Dannon
if that's how you
Kohler,
say it.
15. Well, I did not see that. All right, somebody. Who's that foul on? I don't know who that
At
is.
50. Yeah, it's Ankeny.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, 30.
Yeah, I don't know 30.
Nyla, you said.
Oh, Nava.
Most likely you should probably put the freshman up on that roster, FYI.
Yeah, all right. I'm back to it. Under a minute to go.
Oh, nice block.
Stole it away by Zoe Green. Jackson ball. Kat Ankeny will inbounds right in front of the Evanston bench. Ankeny to Zoe Green. And yes, a lot of underclassmen going to get minutes here. Shayla Nava inside looking for Furmanek. Didn't get there and stolen away by Madison Brown. Brown shoots right by Nava, who reaches out on the drive-by and got a piece of Maddie Brown. Shayla, that's her second in a hurry. And out comes Abad, you said?
Yep, Maddie
One
Abad.
of the Abad girls? All
One
right.
of the Abads.
In comes Burcham. Madison Brown now in the corner. 15. Bounce pass inside. Stole it away by Zoe Green. She saw it coming. Put herself right in the way. Burcham to Nava. Shayla will try a 3. Too short. Rebound on the back end by Evanston. 15. But right to Nava. And her putback, though, no good. And there is not a shot that will go in that basket. Pass intended for Anna Lee West, out of bounds. Zoe Green challenged it, and they're going to say it was Anna Lee West who touched it last.
Nice job. All right, go Zoe.
8 seconds, Zoe triggers in. Jackson's got to hurry here. Burcham, she'll hurry for a shot. Allison finds an open Ankeny. She'll fire it from 3. Go! Yes! 47-12. That will do it. That's a buzzer beater here at the third. So Jackson down a bunch, but I don't know. Maybe we can play for the future, see some young blood.
Yes, and that's a good way to end the quarter for Jackson. Maybe end the third quarter on a high note. Maybe start the fourth quarter with that momentum, and maybe try and look for a goal to get to 20 points.
Yeah.
You know, not the best third quarter. 6-point third quarter was as many as Jackson did have in the first half. So Jackson's offense, even if it was only 2 field goals in the third quarter, is sparking a little bit more. And yes, this is a huge game for experience. The game is almost determined so far. So yes, Jackson needs to get more experience just from a game like this.
And look for set achievable goals. Yeah, go win the fourth. Try to get 20. Yeah, stuff like that. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back with the fourth quarter.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Here's your voice of the Jackson Bronx, Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Both teams counter by putting a few starters back out there to start the fourth. It's Lucy Webb. She bumped hard, but Lonsway, both players okay. Olive Furmanek scrambles, lost the handle, goes right into the arms of Violet Cook. Cook up ahead to Lonsway. Emma, cross court, Fessler. Works it to Violet Cook inside of Kieran Simmons. Simmons turnaround jump shot, no good. Mads Hollins with the rebound and then threw it away. When you pull down a rebound, there is no urgency to pass right away, Mac. Hang on to it, survey, and see what's there. That immediate pass after a defensive board is just unnecessary because the other team has not retreated yet into their defense. They're around. They're looking to steal.
Yes, and when there's not full court pressure by all 5 Red Devils, you can remember that there's 10 seconds. That's a lot of time in basketball to get it across half court.
Yeah. Oh, here's an open Ankeny, hot off that 3. No good. Rebound, Cassie Barker. Barker coast to coast herself. No, she finds Violet Cook up there, and Violet missed the layup. She had a lot of speed and was running out of real estate. Home run pass, Fowler to Furmanek, did not connect.
Great idea.
Yeah, she had Olive ahead of the header player beat, as they say, with no safety help over the top, but it just missed connection. Kieran Simmons inbounds pass to Fessler. Ari Fowler, you know she's going to pester everyone with the ball. Fessler said, I am getting rid of this thing. Lonsway with it now. Webb watching her closely. Lonsway, top of the key. Cook. Cook to Fessler. Fessler with Ari Fowler on her again. Now out to Violet Cook. Cook's got room to fire. She's not a 3-shooter, though, and Ankeny knows it. She's laying off. Fessler. Fowler isn't going to lay off anyone. That's Violet Cook again now, far side. Evanston playing rope-a-dope here. Lonsway driving the right block. Up over Mads Hollins. Good. Mads Holland had the height on her, but Lonsway just kind of faded away with that mid-range layup.
Yes, and Evanston's gotten a lot of those looks. They like banking off that top right glass from the right side.
Stolen away from Webb. Here comes Lonsway again on, she got contacted by Holland. No call. Loose ball. Furmanek gets it to Fowler. Ari up ahead to Lucy Webb. Webb is going to work on Barker. How's that going to work? And Cassie swatted it. That's, 5-5 Webb on the 5'11 Barker. Cassie Cook knocks that one right out of bounds. It'll be Jackson ball, I believe. 5:45 to go in regulation. 49-12 12. Evanston lead, and now Coach Barker has going to send in the entire freshman team, the bus driver, and the trainer coming into the game. I don't know half these numbers.
Oh, good luck on you.
Timeout on the floor, and we'll go as well. It's 49-12 here in the fourth quarter. Evanston cruising on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network. Back.
Tired of waiting in ski lift lines? While Silverlight can't fast track you on the slopes, we can fast track your internet. With Silverlight Fiber, your connection won't slow down during peak usage. And there's no data cap holding you back. It's like your own VIP lift to everything you love online, 24/7, all season long. Silverlight Fiber is coming to Jackson this spring. Visit silverlight-fiber.com to check if you're next in line.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
.545 to go in the fourth. Evanston up 49-12. Jackson has the ball. It's Harley Rommel on limited varsity duty due to the minutes she played in the JV game. Harley has been exciting to watch the last two games. Fowler, nice backdoor pass to Lucy Webb. And are you kidding me?
That was Mads Holland.
Oh, Mads Holland.
Oh, that was right there. That happened during the JV game a lot, too. They were right at the basket and just, did that bounce in, bounce out.
Honestly, are these baskets regulation? Mac, I need you to go measure them after this.
That was one, how do we not have 2 points on the score for that? She didn't do anything wrong there.
Oh, it's beautiful to get an open look, that backdoor cut, and Holland, that ball went halfway down and then choked up back out.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
Mac, tell me, how does that happen?
That's a head scratcher.
When it's right there, I get if it hits the rim, it's a little hard and doesn't, but when it's there, I don't understand how they don't drop.
Evanston with a bucket, and that's the number 30, and I don't have a 30 either, y'all, so sorry. Maggie Holland with it now for Jackson. Maggie being watched closely by Chesney
Someone
Mackey.
open up. Oh, good job. Oh.
Pass stolen away, and that's...
Stolen again. Go, Ari.
Stolen back. Ari Fowler's shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Annalie West. Jackson, no, shot's not falling.
They're not falling. They're not doing, they're taking them. I'm with you, Mac. I wanted to see 20, 30 points again, and they're just not falling.
Chesney Mackey looking for Annalie West inside, and that ball gets knocked out of bounds off Jackson. It'll be Evanston ball. This is Ashton Green will trigger in for the Red Devils. Ashton can't find anybody open. Now bounce pass. That was right to Ari Fowler. Ari Fowler working 1-on-3 and just parts the seas and puts it up and in. Nobody picked her up. That sometimes happens when you're one on a lot of people, is nobody knows who's going to go play defense.
Exactly, and that's what Evanston's been doing this whole game, so it's kind of nice to see Jackson turn the tables and give Evanston a taste of their own medicine.
Definitely. Inside Annalie West, good defense there by Maggie Holland, but it didn't matter. Annalie West just blocked out. Maggie had active hands, but Annalie is 6 foot and just made a down low move, and Holland couldn't find a way to get at that ball. Kiernan Simmons will check in to replace Annalie West. Oh, she took a shot on the head, courtesy of Holland. During that, she did make the basket, but yeah, she got bumped a little. Harley Rommel with it now for the Bronx. Harley's going to post up, fire three. No good. Mads Hollins with the rebound. That won't go. And it's Simmons who pulls down the board for Evanston. Bringing it up court for the Red Devils now. Bounce pass here near side. It's the mysterious 30. Out to Dannon Kohler over far side. Good drive there by Chesney. Mackey got tripped up. Goes down hard. She's wearing the knee brace on the right leg. Looks okay. And the foul is going to be on Harley Rommel, her third.
Number 30 is Crowell.
Crowell.
Krall. A Crowell. I don't know. I don't have first names.
Krall.
First name starts with an A.
Okay. All right. Got it.
No, you got 2 A's. It's 2 L's.
Oh, Crawl. Hopefully. I don't know where Gabby Bybee is. You don't have a 10, do you? Gabby's...
Nope. I realized I had them.
She's a freshman who's gotten a lot of varsity minutes. She's pretty good. That gives all the intent to mess up the announcer, I'm sure.
Yeah, I forgot I took a picture of the scoreboard. They got to be in the book in order to be playing.
55-14, 2:39 to go. Lucy Webb will inbounds underneath the basket. And out top of the key to Fowler. Now to Webb. Webb, bounce pass to a wide open Harley Rommel. Her shot off the mark of the rebound to Evanston. That's going to be Kohler. Losing the handle is Ashton Green in a battle for the ball. Mads Holland and Ashton Green go down hard on the floor.
And you got to love that effort. It does not matter what the scoreboard reads.
Yeah.
Mads Holland will run through the brick wall just to get that ball, and that's how Jackson was able to steal this possession away.
Ashton Green is feeling it. She is not feeling great. Her right shoulder. Here's Harley Rommel. Fires.
Yes.
Good job by Harley to keep shooting because she was 0 for 3 or something like that right before then. And good job, Harley. Here's Violet Cook, top of the key to Kohler. Dana Kohler. Ari Fowler reached right in there, I think, or else Mads. It's going to be Mads Holland. Mads Holland, her 4th.
I bet she's, yeah.
I want to say she'll
when
be
she was on the ground,
replaced.
I could see on her face. She looked a little.
Yeah, they
like
have wrong player up. Kat Ankeny is out there for her. And here is Crawl. Crawl fires, and that's off the mark. Too strong. Rebound, Maggie Holland. And we got JV game going on here in the final minutes. Harley Rommel inside of Lucy Webb. Webb to Fowler. Fowler, backdoor, open is Maggie. She's going to try Violet Cook. Shot up, no good. Maggie Holland's good at floating it over tall players. Fowler with the rebound and the putback, no good.
Oh, my gosh,
Ankeny
girls.
has a try. That won't go either. And Crawl finally comes down with it. Chesney Mackey. Good defense by Fowler, and Mackey gets it back. Here's Crawl. Down to 30 seconds to go of the game. That off the hands of Dana Kohler. Here's Harley Rommel with her shot, no good. Rebound goes to Evanston. It's Ashton Green. Green being hounded by Maggie Holland. Up ahead to Kohler. Far side, it's Cook. Violet will settle it down for perhaps the last shot with 12 seconds. 10 to Crawl. Crawl on Ankeny. Jabbing away at it. Crawl. Look out, double team, but she does get it over to Dana Kohler, and that will do it. This one, a final, the Evanston Red Devils 55, the Jackson Lady Bronx 16. I want to see the handshake line, Kimmy K.
Sorry.
Sometimes interested in that. Let's see if any players are going to hit each other. No. Well, fun game. Not Jackson's day for sure. Evanston was good. Jackson was not. And there's going to be those kind of nights. 55-16 final score. Let's get the stats to you when we come back and wrap it up and get ready for the boys' game right after this. It's Jackson Bronx basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
They say the best offense is a good defense. This theory applies on Wyoming's roads and highways just as much as it does on the basketball court. Always know road conditions before you head out. Visit wyoroad.info, download YDOT's 511 app, or call 511 for current conditions. Buckle up every trip, every time, and put away distractions, especially your phone, so you're better prepared for the unexpected. Finally, never drink and drive, not even a little, because buzz driving is drunk driving. This message brought to you by YDOT.
Rommel had 2 or 4. Pat had 3.
And we're back at it here at the half. And a disappointing afternoon for sure for the Jackson Lady Bronx. Red Devils feel good. They And 55 points on the road. 55-16 the final here as the Lady Red Devils take care of the Lady Bronx. Jackson just did not. I mean, there are some nights where the shots don't go down, and then there are games like this where, like, I don't even, it's like a mysterious force working against you.
Yeah, nothing was going right for the Bronx. They did get some good looks, got some scores here and there. Allison Burcham, I think, led the team in scoring with 5 points.
No, she scored again, didn't she?
She
Let's go
might
7.
have. Yes, 5 to 7. We'll say 7 points. Ari Fowler had a 3 in the third quarter. Kat Ankney had a 3 in the third quarter. Harley Rommel had 2 or 4 points in the fourth quarter. We don't have stats for this game, unfortunately. But Jackson, when the shots fell down, even though it wasn't many, they looked like very, very good, solid basketball plays. And Jackson made a lot of good basketball plays. It's been the same story. Nothing just was going right and nothing was going in, unfortunately. It's just, you'd think someone put a lid on the rim or someone just put bad luck on this team for some strange reason.
Yeah.
And, it's going to happen. There's going to be hard games. That's a game that Jackson will like to forget or use it as motivation, because we still got a lot of season left. Use this as a game of motivation. Think of, man, I don't want a game like this to happen again, and use it as motivation to beat Star Valley. Jackson is just, there's a lot of winnable games. They could beat Star Valley. Evanston just proved why they're a very, very good team. They're not going to lose to many other teams in the 4A West or 4A overall.
Yeah.
And that was a very, very good Evanston team. One of the best Evanston teams I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is a really good Evanston team. I don't know if the whole conference is giving them enough credit. They averaged 38 points a game. They scored 55 this afternoon. And against a defense that didn't exactly lay down with Jackson. They played defense at times. To me, this if I had a guess of final, would have been 45-30. Evanston beating Jackson. Yeah. Yet it's 55-16. Evanston was way better than they normally are, and Jackson was way worse than they normally are. One of those games. Player of the game for our visitors. Who do you want to give there, Kimmy K?
I'm going to go with Emerson Fessler.
Emmy Fessler, deadly from 3. Not normally. I don't think her. We'll have to ask Elin. I don't never remember her just lighting it up like that from triple, but she was good, dangerous early when Jackson shut down Barker. Emmy Fessler hit some big threes to put Jackson on notice that we can get points other ways. Mac?
Well, Evanston played as a team, and that's something about the Evanston programs is they are coached really well to play as a team, because you're not always going to have the most talent. And then even in a season where they do have a lot of talent, because this girls' team is very talented, they look for the open player every time. Whether it was the fast break, they would take advantage of a 3-on-2 or a 4-on-3 every single time. It's always at least 1 or 2 passes in the fast break for easy points. They really played well as a team. And even though Barker, had some struggles, had some shots that didn't fall that you thought would go down, Barker still was at least in double figures and had a fantastic game. So I think I'm going to give it to Cassie Barker.
I like that you did, because it happens a lot. Your expectations are higher when you look at a Cassie Barker and you say, coming in, she leads them in steals, blocks, threes. She's the leading scorer. She's the leading rebound. She leads them in every stat there is. So you think, your eyes are on Barker, and she really has to have a Wilt Chamberlain kind of game, or you say, oh, it wasn't her night. You're right. I mean, Barker, expectations are high, but her production was good today. I'll go that way too, but I just want to put I want it on record somewhere that Violet Cook in her junior and senior year is going to lead this team and lead this conference. Violet Cook is going to be a standout. She's a guard now, but she may be swing next year. Cook's got that nice finger roll touch on her shots. I think Violet Cook's going to be a player to watch in the future. She's my player of the game today. For our team, wow, if you're doing it by scoring, I'm just zeroing right in on Allison Burcham. I'll go ahead and pick Burcham, number 13. She did it for the Bronx today. Mac?
I would say Allison Burcham as well. She looked the most aggressive. She was looking the one that wanted to score the most, other than Ari Fowler. Ari and Lucy both were looking to score as well. Just unfortunately for them, the shots weren't falling. Allison was able to get the board in the bucket early to start, had a free throw, was aggressive getting to the line a couple times. Lucy got to the line a couple times. You know, just doing the little things in terms of the eye test. I think it does still go to Allison Burcham. It helps when you lead the team in scoring, but Allison did a lot of little things as well. Get those rebounds, get any type of thing that helps your team be better to succeed. And that's what Allison Burcham did.
Timmy, you want to make it a clean sweep?
I already was going to, so there you go.
All right, Allison Burcham, you're 3 for 3. You got all of our player of the games. For the Evanston Red Devils under Coach Roy Barker, that they improved to 6-7 on the year, 3-1 in conference with the win today. For the Jackson Lady Bronx, another L, but good times are coming, you'd have to think. Let's reset it for the boys. Come back right after this. 30 seconds away from the start of the pregame show for boys basketball. Bronx Red Devils set to go here.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Back courtside here in Jackson, and a abbreviated pregame as we'll whip through the boys' scene for head coach Matt Elliott. You're looking at a team that's 0 for the season right now, 0 for conference. Bottom of the pack at just about every statistic. And we've just noticed that this is not a bad team. It's a good team that has not learned how to win at all. They've been very exciting at times, very good. They've dominated quarters, if not halves, but they just aren't there in the end, Mac.
Yeah, they've had a struggle, especially in the fourth quarter. They've been a very strong team in the third quarter, because the third quarter is where they have to come back, and they've shown their resiliency in the third quarter and take good leads, whether it was Teton or whether it was Kelly Walsh. They've had a lot of games, and Natrona as well, where they've had to come back because they get down too far almost in the first half. They start out the starting gates very well and even with the teams and opponents that they're playing, but then the second quarter is a struggle, but then the third quarter is fantastic, but then the fourth quarter becomes a struggle again. So Jackson's got to keep that same mindset. This is going to be a very tough game today. It's obviously every game's a winnable game, but Evanston is the best in the 4A West record-wise, and they're showing it as their coach very well with Rob Watspaw, the former Jackson Bronc.
Yeah.
Very good rebounder back in his day. And, yeah, this is a good Evanston team. They have 2 of the top 10 leading scorers in the 4A West with Riker Lind and Clayton Cook, who I played against. Clayton Cook, I played against Jordan Mendez. Most of these Evanston players have been playing varsity basketball since they were freshmen or sophomores back when I was a senior in high school.
Lind and Cook are their top scorers. They're also their biggest guys. They're 6'4", 6'5", respectively. They got a lot of size, but this team's more than that. Jay Hill can do damage from the outside. He is the top ball stealer in all the league, leads the conference in steals, and Jordan Mendez loves stealing the ball from you as well, and he's going to dish it on the floor, and he's good for a dozen a game also. This is a very good Evanston team. 7-4 in the year, 1-0 in conference, ranked number 5. They score a ton offensively, and they play pretty darn good defense as well, and they rebound some. They do it all. This is a very talented Evanston team. We'll come back real quick with the things that boys need to do, the keys to the game. First, let's have the boys introduce themselves for you.
Jesse Larson, senior. Will King, senior. Matt Baltus, senior. Jake Simmons, freshman. Aaron Larson, senior.
Owen Becker, junior. Thomas King, sophomore. Noah McKinney, junior.
Jack Berzay, senior.
Ethan Hoffman, sophomore. Max White, sophomore.
Palmer Wetzel, senior. Will Guyman, junior. Colin Pape, senior.
All right. Back courtside, getting ready to start this one. Boys game. All the action here on our YouTube channel. Jackson Hole Radio is our YouTube channel. Let's get the starters to you, beginning with our visiting Evanston Red Devils, Jordan Mendez, the 5'11 senior, averaging a dozen. And a real ball hawk, Riker Lind. He's their triple shooter, 6'4", averaging 15 a night. He's also a senior. Jay Hill, the senior. And the Steel Machine, good for 8 points a night. I don't have a 14, which is surprising if he's starting.
That is Clayton Cook. I think it's just switched to 14.
Got it. And the boys, our boys.
Yep. And here we go. We got Aaron Larson first, averaging about 9 points a game. He's good for Jackson shooting. Very good, deadly shooter from beyond the arc. There you go, Noah McKinney, the junior. He's also very good from beyond the arc, but he's got very quick, gritty hands. And then you got Jack Berzay, the man in the middle, doing the hard, tough work for Jackson, pulling down 8 rebounds a game. Then you got the leading scorer for the Jackson Bronx, Palmer Wetzel, leading Jackson in scoring with 12 points a game. And then you got Will Geitman, also gets a lot of rebounds, 6'4" inside. And he's got a good low post presence as well. So this could be interesting to see how Jackson matches up. I expect to see Palmer and Riker Lind match up against each other, and Will Geitman match up with Clayton Cook. This will be fun low post game, I think, Jake.
I think so. Down low, it's going to be a battle, a war. Jackson in their home. Whites trimmed in black and orange. Evanston in the road reds trimmed in white. It'll be Jackson moving left to right on the YouTube screen. And we're set to go here. Just underway, the boys game. Larson has the balls. The tap is won by Jackson. Aaron. It's a nice screen from Wetzel, hands off to Noah McKinney. McKinney pulls up the dribble. Wetzel now, top of the key. Back to Noah. Back to Wetzel. Wetzel on Mendez. Got to protect the ball in a game like this. What a move by Will Geitman. Will knew that that block was coming, so he kind of left that ball out there. He left it behind him. What is that,
Yeah,
man?
he levitated the ball. That's somewhat of a floater, but I love Will's aggressiveness. Just even from the beginning of this season, he's attacking the hoop a lot more.
Long three missed by Hill, but the putback, Riker Lind, and he's going to do that. Averages 5.5 boards a game and 15 points a game. Riker Lind, Johnny on the spot for that board and bucket. Larson to McKinney, far side. Geitman after that nice move. Geitman thought about Wetzel, but Smarty didn't do it. Meanwhile, the three from Aaron Larson, no good. Will Geitman rebound. And it's Will Geitman 4, Devils 2.
And this is what he did early against Teton, getting those easy inside looks.
Jordan Mendez with a really nice pass to Clayton Cook. Now it's another one from Riker Lynn, smooth as silk to tie it at 4. Palmer Wetzel across the line, guarded by Jay Hill. Now bumping there, and Jay got a little too handsy. Well, they call that, sorry, Jay Hill. Hill. Did I say Mendez?
Oh, you said Hill.
Okay.
Or at least I heard Hill.
Wetzel to Larson. McKinnick back to Larson. That's Aaron. Into Will Geitman. Hands off to Berzay. Jacket to try. Nobody there. Why not? Left-handed shot. No good. And I think there's a hard bump. Yeah.
Said he was on the line. Yeah.
That almost looked like the Evanston defenders didn't realize Berzay's a left-hander, or else they were letting him have it. They kind of let him have a lot of drive there, but he missed. 4-4. Just 2 minutes into the first here, as Mendez gets it inside to Clayton Cook. Cook back outside to Lind. He's had all the points for the Red Devils. Shot missed, and it's out of bounds. Jackson.
Well, I was surprised that Palmer Wetzel he almost didn't put a hand up for that Riker Lynn 3, while Lynn's Evanston's best shooter from beyond the arc.
Oh, yeah, he's deadly. You've got to get a hand in his face. Full court pressure from Evanston. Legit full court pressure. Noah McKinney can't get out of it and threw it away. Pass was too hot to handle for Aaron Larson, right through his hands, and the full court press worked right there. Coach Watsabaugh dialed it up, and he's right. He got the turnover. Turnover is going to be crucial this game because Evanston feasts on them, and Jackson has been a victim of them. There's a nice floater there rather than land. It's Jay Hill with a bucket to give Evanston the quick lead here, their first lead of the game. 6-4, and that's blocking foul. Who's that on?
13. Jay Hill.
I got to fix my order here. Hold on. If I don't have things in order, I'm never going to make it. Aaron Larson with it now. Cross court all the way over to Palmer Wetzel. Wetzel returns the favor. Cross court to Larson. Now to Will Geitman. Geitman with Lind on him. That's a tough matchup. Berzay now with it. Being watched by Clayton Cook. Geitman again. Will Geitman. Lind playing really good defense. Slaps it out of bounds. Man, Riker Lind is a baller.
Well, yes, he's got such a long wingspan. His wingspan's got to be close to 6'8".
Golly. He just does a lot of stuff right.
Oh, Palmer. Oh.
Jackson with 5 minutes to go, down 6-4. Wetzel has been quiet so far, but he'll do that. He'll go in stretches where you don't notice him. Here's Aaron Larson, baseline, drive shot up and in. And there's that floater you talk about. Clayton Cook came over to get it, but he couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's such a smart move by Aaron, just to get it high enough out of Clayton's hands.
Yeah.
I fell off my chair.
I mean, obviously Cook a lot taller than Larson, but Aaron just floated up in the air. I said, go swat that if you can. There's Wetzel after the Evanston miss. Jackson with a chance to regain the lead here. Geitman saves it only momentarily. Jordan Mendez with the steal. Mendez going coast to coast, but Palmer Wetzel with the block.
Well, that was great transition defense by the Jackson Bronx. This game has gotten very sped up, and good job on Jackson to get that stop.
Cook drives the lane and up and in. Clayton Cook. Well, that's a lot of room for the big man as he just walked down the Broadway and put it up and in. Jesse Larson in the game now. It's Wetzel working on Brenner Lim. Aaron Larson, bounce pass into Wetzel. Wetzel, near side, Jack Berzay. Berzay on Cook, bounce pass intended for Wetzel, didn't get there. And it's that hands of Mendez. He is one kind of ball stealer. Got to be careful with him. Lind from 3, short. Rebound, Cook. Went sky high for it. Now gives to Mendez. Jordan posts up. Cook's got it. Got baseline Lind, though, but Geitman's got an eye on him. Now it's baseline Mendez. Shot no good. Rebound Larson. Tracked it down in that far corner in front of the black hole. Good job by Larson to go get that. Wetzel taken away by Mendez. So good at that. Jordan just took a backhand pass up and in for Brenner Lim. The 2-on-1 break worked to perfection there. Nice pass, nice bucket.
Well, Evanston is out to run. They're just like what they did in the girls' game, is running the fast break, and that was a 3-on-1. Good job for Jesse to get back on defense, but Jackson's got to realize Evanston wants to run, and they want to play 1980s style basketball and score in high volumes with layups.
They're looking for a 100-point game. Yeah, the way they're going. They have been scoring all year. Credit them, averaging like 60 a game or something. That's why I said in my, we'll get to it in a minute, but my keys to the game is I thought Jackson's going to have to score with them. I don't mind playing defense and trying to slow them down. I just don't think you'll be able to. So I think in some ways you got to go have a shootout with them and invite them to do that at home, and you're a team that needs to start shooting shots and making shots. Evanston really running early. Here's Jesse Larson with it now. His brother almost fell down in front of him, and he gets it to Aaron. Now to Wetzel. Wetzel to an open Geitman on Lind. He got shut off. Bounce pass inside for Wetzel. That was a nice pass, interior pass, and Wetzel the nice move.
And he's just so slippery, just using a double spin to put a beautiful layup.
That ball out of bounds. Jackson went off Lind, I believe. Jackson ball. And with just under 3 to go, Coach Watsabaugh goes to the bench. And he wants Paul Baxter, the senior. He'll replace Mendez. That won't be for long as Wetzel will inbounds here. Larson. Jesse Larson over the line. Bumping with him is Brooks Cyril is in the game now for Evanston. Noah McKinney. Noah watched by Paul Baxter. Now to Berzay.
Oh, he grabbed his arm.
Berzay, it's rough in the paint.
Woo!
Wetzel with it now. 2:25 to go. Jackson trying to find a look. Can't find one. Bounce pass inside. Larson, place he doesn't want to be, gets it out to McKinney. Now to Jack Berzay. Wide open is Geitman. Drives baseline on Lind. Gets help from Riker Pace and puts it up and in. He got by Lind, and Riker Pace came over to pick him up. Didn't matter.
Yes, and he is having a game so far, attacking constantly, and Jackson needs more of that.
Geitman will do that for the first half and then disappear in the second. We'll play a whole game, and we're in this. That shot no good. Left short by Brenner Lim. Jackson ball in a tie game, 10-10. I got the scores on the wrong side again.
Well, it's 10-10, so you're safe.
10-10. Jackson ball, Berzay with it. Jack Berzay pass to Larson. That's Jesse. Jesse walks it to the top of the key. Now to Palmer Wetzel. Wetzel looking for somebody to get open inside. That somebody is Berzay. Jack Berzay meets a double team. Going to try it anyway. Up and over the top of Riker Pace, but it's no good. Jackson rebound. Geitman gets it to Berzay. Another try on Pace. No, he won't do it. Back out to Larson. Jesse Larson. Riker Pace, good D on Berzay. Just will not let him have an open shot. Pace and Berzay have been banging down low, away from the ball. It's been a battle.
Well, I like the patience of Jackson, using those passes, using the offense through Jack Berzay, getting it inside, and Jack is just so good at looking for who's open. But now Jackson's got to start and looking for a shot.
Down to a minute. Berzay with it inside. Wetzel, he's wide open, and he can't get the shot. Mendez committed early, and Palmer Wetzel could not get it to go. And now Wetzel going to get a push off.
He's trying hard to get his ball back.
His first, yeah.
So, I mean.
Oh, Jackson had what they wanted there, but Wetzel couldn't finish. 50 seconds left in the opening frame, tied at 10. Brooks Cyril with it now. Cyril working on McKinney. Kick out. It's going to be Brenner Lim cross court wants Brooks Searle inside. Oh, that's a lot of double team right there for Clayton Cook, but oh, what a shot by Clayton Cook, the underhand scoop. I did not think that was in Cook's arsenal, the underhander.
Cook is pretty good at finishing around the rim, but that was very impressive to get it over 2 Jackson Bronx players.
Sure was. Berzay playing for a last shot. Dozen ticks left here in this one in the first quarter. Palmer Wetzel out to McKinney. Top of the key. Wide open is Larson. Short, no good. And with 2 seconds, 1 second, there's the launch, and it's no good. So at the end of one, it's Evanston 12, Jackson 10. We'll be right back with the second quarter after these on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
One good play can improve a team's chance of winning the game. And when executed properly over and over again, that play can take a team far. One good decision when you get behind the wheel can do the same. Approximately half of the people who lose their lives on Wyoming roads each year were not wearing a seatbelt. Stay in the game, Wyoming. Buckle up every time you get in your vehicle. It's a winning play. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
This is KZ95 with live coverage of the Jackson Bronx.
For Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network, I'm Jake. Mac is here. Kimmy K is here. I can't go to that camera because it breaks everything I do. But Kimmy's got a shot of the bench, if I can get out the way.
There you go.
The whiteboard, no whiteboard. Coach Ellie just going to have a heart-to-heart, like, keep it up, boys. We're right here, 12-10 game against a very good Evanston. A lot of folks are saying this could be the best boys team of the 4A West. Evanston lost the other night to Star Valley in Afton, but other than that, they've beaten some of the bigger teams, better teams, Rock Springs. It's a good Evanston team on the road. Jackson needs this one for a statement. Evanston with the basketball inside to Lind, Riker Lind. Kick out to Mendez, and that's going to be an over and back. It's just a little miscommunication. Mendez was going one way, Lynn's pass going the other.
Well, credit the Jackson defense, and if you want to talk, this is a good Evanston team. They're only on pace for 48, which is 13 under their average.
Jackson doing a good job. You mentioned your pregame would have been, your pregame key is to make it muddy, make it slow, make it mucky for this high-powered offense of Evanston. Mine was to shoot with them. Oh, either way, let's just get the win. Larson!
All right.
Aaron Larson with a bucket. And it's 13-12, Jackson with the lead. Mendez with it for Evanston. Far side to Brennan Lim into Cook. Clayton, kick out. Lynn, baseline three. That's no good, but he gets his own rebound. Up and no, Jack Berzay. And Berzay denied Lynn the jam. And then there was another Red Devil waiting for the rebound to put it up and in. Pass intended for Geitman, and it's knocked out of bounds by Geitman. Jay Hill got back on defense to get in Will's face, and I don't think he saw that pass very well.
Well, Evanston is just very active. They're running, getting back in transition, and they stop Jackson very well right there.
Oh, it's so depressing when Lynn misses a three, then misses the jam because of defense, and the third shot at the rim. You can't do it. It's just so deflating. Jackson with a steal here, though, and recently in the game with a three is Ethan Hoffman, but it's short. Mendez coming the other way for Evanston. No good. Good defense by Wetzel without fouling. And now you got numbers. Larson to Berzay. Berzay to a wide open Wetzel, and now everybody back for the Red Devils. Palmer Wetzel working on Mendez. Kick out. Berzay on Cook. Boy, Clayton Cook is big. We think Berzay's big, but standing next to Cook. It's Larson again.
And Aaron is ready to shoot, and that is a good sign for the Jackson Bronx. They're starting to fall.
Aaron Larson, 2 threes in a row, but there's the answer. Jay Hill with a triple of his own, and we're tied. It's 17. No, they're going to say Jackson was a 2 there, that last Larson shot. 17-16, Evanston lead. Jackson ball, 5:45 to go in the half. Palmer Wetzel drives the right lane up and in. That was kind of easy. Brenner Lim did not challenge him at all.
Yeah, Palmer's so good at that mid-range layup, as you say, and he's good at driving that right side.
Clayton Cook from right underneath the basket missed, but a lot of that had to do with Bereze's defense, and Bereze's going to get the foul. His first. Clayton Cook to the line. 18-17. Jackson Cook chance to tie here is good. And we're knotted at 11. Clayton Cook, the big senior, the big man, is 73% free throw shooter, which is pretty good for a 6'5" guy who plays down low. Cook's got them both. Evanston up 1, and back and forth we go here in the first half. Geitman wants to check in. That's a late check-in for Bereze. They'll allow it. Jackson ball down 1. 5.5 minutes to go in the half. Noah McKinney gets out of a double-team track, passing to Larson. Larson in trouble too. Now back to McKinney. Way down for Geitman, who hands off to Larson. He's hot. Aaron has hit his last 2 from range. Wetzel had Hoffman. He's going to take it himself. Good. I like that. Wetzel thought about dishing it back to Ethan. He's like, no, I'll take it.
Well, Palmer's just such a good all-around scorer. Like, he could shoot those threes, but now he's playing like a center.
Yeah, here's Lynn, puts Wetzel in the air. Now he'll try the 3. Good. And that pump fake had Palmer Wetzel almost landing in the black hole bleachers. And then he just put the shot up when he was uncontested. Here's Noah McKinney. Jackson down 2 now. Aaron Larson driving baseline, pulls back. Bounce pass to Wetzel. Wetzel watched by Cook right here in the near elbow. Cook reaches in. Now to Geitman. Mendez on him. That's a mismatch. Hand off to Wetzel. Wetzel trying to left block, and there's nothing there. So we give it back to Aaron Larson, to McKinney. Good D here by Evanston. They will not let Jackson inside. Wetzel, bounce pass into Geitman, loose ball, and 2 hands on it. Oh, they're going to get Cook for the reach in. When Bereze's not in the game, there's no passes going inside. There's nobody in there who's open. It's weird. Evanston just taking away anything in the paint.
Yeah, Jackson's got to just get an open look from the outside perimeter.
Jackson ball, it's Will Geitman. He started the game red hot. Wetzel now from 3. Too short. Rebound Lind. Riker gets it over to Mendez. He pops, floats one in for Cook. He had trouble with it. Now 1-on-3. Clayton puts it up, no good. Could have been anybody with a hand on that. Geitman, McKinney, and Wetzel all there. Wetzel, he'll drive and pick up a double team. His shot no good. Wetzel's own rebound saves it. Chapman from 3, no good. And Riker Lynn comes down with a rebound. Sorry, that was Hoffman with the 3. Wetzel with it now, 3:40 to go. Jackson down 2, looking to tie. Maybe better. Yeah, maybe better. Larson, no good.
Short.
McKinney with the rebound, though, for Jackson. They keep it alive. Wetzel, he'll try 3. That's too short. Will Geitman with the rebound, puts it right back up. That's no good, and Lynn pulls down the board. 3 looks to the bucket, none of them go. Jay Hill with it now for the Red Devils. Top of the key, Mendez over to Hill. Hill thought about Lynn, but cross court now to Mendez. Jordan Mendez, top of the key to Brooks Searle, far side. To Hill, now back to Mendez. He'll drive, now kick out, Searle. Pass to nobody, he passed to Coach Elliott. I don't know what Searle thought. He thought he had a guy in the corner, but there was nobody there but the Gatorade water tank.
Well, that was a great defensive possession by the Jackson Bronx, really scrambling, not letting anything easy for the Red Devils.
True enough. 2:50 to go in the half. Jackson ball, they're down 2. We've been stuck at this score for a while. That bodes well for Jackson. And they cannot get over the line. Coach Elliott wanted more time. He's like, boy, you count fast. And that full court pressure has caused a turnover once, and now a turnover on the time violation here. Larson will check in for Ethan Hoffman. That's Aaron. with 2:45 to go. 22-20. We're stuck there. This plays into Jackson's hands. Slow the game down and lower that score. Mendez whips it around to Hill. Jay Hill penetrates. Now gives it off to Riker Pace, who puts it up and in. It's 24-20.
And
Evanston.
that's what Evanston does best. They play as a team and just a great drive and a great bounce pass for the easy layup.
Yeah, they've got a couple of guys that will, big bump there, McKinney, and it's the charge.
He leaned his shoulder down, and they were going to call that every time.
They'll say Mendez was set, McKinney railed him, but it's a foul on Noah, his first. Evanston ball, they lead by 4. Yeah, Evanston's good at that penetration drive kick out thing. If it's there, if you got the layup, they'll take it. You're right. They did just play so well as a unit. Jay Hill gets it out to Brenner Lim. Lim far side to Riker Lind. And he gives to Jay Hill. Hill, that pass got away. Larson looking to steal, and who's it out on? They're going to say Jackson Ball.
All right. Of course, you got a bunch of boos and a bunch of cheers.
Yeah. Far side Jackson crowd likes it. Evanston travels well. There's a sea of red over on this side of the gym. Mendez comes in to replace Jay Hill. Those two are interchangeable in my mind. They both do the same stuff. Inbounds from Wetzel, looking for Will Geitman. Geitman to an open Larson. Jesse to Wetzel. Wetzel puts a pump move fake. The ball rolls right to Aaron Larson. Fortunate. Oh, boy. As that was off the foot of Wetzel, and Aaron was right there. Will Geitman hands off to Wetzel. Larson free for the 3. His shot no good. That was Aaron. Rebound Mendez, look out behind Jordan, and he never saw Jesse Larson. And he went to make the layup, and Jesse, I think, got a piece of it.
Well, Jesse's just been so active, whether it was running down the court to get that turnover on Evanston and then back in defense right there.
Mendez bounce pass inside to Pace. Pace misses. And it goes to the rebound, goes to Aaron Larson. Now with 1:18, it's Jackson down 4, and that shot from Aaron Larson off the mark and out of bounds. 24-20 with 74 seconds left in the first half. Jackson trying to hang with Evanston, and they really have been. It's been back and forth. Red Devils bring the ball up court. Brenner Lim to Jordan Mendez. Mendez back to Lim. Jackson coming way out on the challenge here. They are not letting an easy 3. That ball thrown away. Jack Barazay comes up with a loose ball. Plenty of time left here. Wetzel drives right lane, picks up a triple team. Good. Palmer, Wetzel, he doesn't care how many people are on him.
Yeah, and he's been doing similar moves from similar spots. 3 or 4 times he's hit those.
Right. I mean, rather than go all the way to the rim, he goes halfway, and he just that little floater from 8 feet out. He's been deadly with it. Brenner Lim and Clayton Cook play pitch and catch as they watch the clock. They're content with no shot clock in this state to just wait and wait. The Larson twins just kind of keeping an eye on him. Mendez got a pick. Now Evanston's going to get busy. Mendez drive, and he had to go through 2 people only to meet Jack Barazay. And I would not want to meet Barazay in a dark alley. Bump. Things that go bump in the night. And he ran right into him and lost the handle out of bounds. But
gave a foul to Aaron.
Evanston ball.
Jesse, I mean. Sorry.
Bounce pass, looking for Cook. It didn't get there. Palmer Wetzel with a steal. 8 seconds, 7. Will Geitman wide open underneath. And we're going to end this half tied. Clayton Cook puts it up, no good. Oh, man, that's good news. Hey, Mac, how big is it to end a half on that kind of a note?
Oh, it's so huge. Momentum is everything in the game of basketball. Because I know in the past, if you didn't have the momentum going into the half, generally that third quarter is there's two options that could happen. You could open the third quarter with a chip on your shoulder, which I could see Evanston doing. They're a team like that does it. Or they're a team that folds under the momentum that Jackson has, and Jackson's just got to ride the wave if they want to have a successful second half.
Well, that explains how you use momentum closing out a half and pick it up again when the next half starts. What's the feel? Take us into the locker room. Just a couple years ago, you were right here, right there, the Bronx team. Let's go to the locker room. If you're down 4 and you haven't been doing anything well, what does it feel like? And what does it feel like now when you just scored the last 4 points of the second quarter and you run in there tied?
Well, you just got to keep going at the same mindset, the same memo in the back of your head. You got to say, keep going. Don't let the foot off the gas, and Jackson's just got to keep doing that. They got to get stops. It starts with defense. It starts with stops, and once you get stops, which is what Jackson was doing so well to end that second quarter, is you just got to get fast break buckets, and Jackson just got to keep running, playing their game, dictate the tempo of the game. And if Jackson runs it their style, which they did a very good job of in the first half, Jackson could potentially see their first win of the season.
Tied at 24, I would call that low scoring. It should work into the Jackson Bronx favor. At the half, we're not at 24. We'll be right back with some statistics and the halftime show right here at the Jackson Hole Radio Sports.
Cashmere, silk, down, or denim, Blue Spruce Cleaners is where you take them. We have a friendly, knowledgeable staff eager and happy to serve you in 2 locations and on the road with daily pickup and delivery service and expert tailoring on site. We offer the best in green, effective, and gentle cleaning with Green Earth Cleaning and professional laundry for your sweaters, gowns, comforters, and linens. Blue Spruce Cleaners is a recognized reduce, reuse, recycle business leader, providing green, affordable, and friendly service to our community for over 20 years. Whatever the season, whatever the reason, Blue Spruce Cleaners.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
All right, Mac, let's assess what happened to that first half. Back and forth tussle. Nobody really ever got out to a big lead. And Jackson's playing a kind of game against Evanston you want to play right now. He's sticking right with them.
Yes, that was one of the best halves of the Bronx that I've seen. Even though it wasn't their best offensive output, I think it was one of the better halves just because they limited Evanston to only 24 points. Again, Evanston's still on that pace. They had 12 points in the first quarter, 12 points in the second quarter. Jackson outscored and won the second quarter 14-12, so it's just a gritty battle that you love to see if you're a coach. And so what Jackson's got to do is they've seen it, they've seen the past, they got to learn from the past, and they got to learn not to let Evanston go on a run to start the third quarter, because that's the worst possible case scenario if you're Jackson. Don't let Evanston get any glimmer of hope of going on a run and maybe making this a more lopsided score than it is. I love the closeness. I love the defensive intensity. Jackson, if they keep Evanston below 50, there's a very good chance Jackson's going to be right there for that W.
Yeah, the voice of the Red Devils, Elon Olive, said the same thing. You guys keep it under 50, and you got a shot, because this Red Devil team, high scoring for sure, averaging 61 a game. That's good enough for 5th best offense in the 4A, and not going to be one of those kind of afternoons, at least not yet. But you're right, Jackson, again, has to play a full game. They played a good 16 minutes. They can't let a third quarter run right out of the locker room do anything, and they cannot fade in the fourth. They got to stay there. Kimmy K, I can't, Kimmy K is going to get us some halftime stats. Her phone shut down. I don't know how to work her phone. I don't go in her purse. I don't work her phone.
You should know it.
Well, I don't know where you keep your photographs. I know your password.
It's right up in the top corner, crazy person.
I don't know
All
what
right,
those
anyways, here we
icons
go.
mean. I'm an OG. I'm a boomer. What are those icons?
You are old.
What's going on? Scoring for the Red Devils.
All right, let's see. We got Cook with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Lind with 7. Hill with 3. Looks like, is it Lime?
Lim, L-Y-M, yeah.
Lim
Brenner.
2 and Pace 2.
I tell you, Cook and Lind. I mean, I knew this going in. You know this going in, Mac. You know those two well. But, boy, have they – there's just another gear to their game. They're scary. Cook and Lind are going to lead this team through regionals and into state. They are really exceptional. How about for the Bronx? We had some play.
We did. All right, we got 3 of them that have points on it. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All 3 of them have contributed 8 each.
Okay.
That would be
Geitman.
Aaron Larson, Wetzel, and Geitman.
Interesting.
Geitman. All have 8 points, yeah.
Give me more Will Geitman. I just love it. You know, we see flashes of him, and I want more. I always want more Will Geitman. Palmer Wetzel's been fantastic, as always. And Aaron Larson could be the X factor, a 3-shooter from the Bronx. He could tear this game open. That could be the game changer.
Yes, absolutely. Or Jesse Larson as well. I want to see some shots fired from Jesse and Aaron. Aaron, we saw a little bit of it in the first half. 2 or 3 threes, I think.
2 threes,
2
yep.
threes
Yeah.
and an
2.
inside beautiful drive over Clayton Cook. I remember that now. And so, yes, I want to see Noah McKinney shooting some threes. I just want to see the whole Bronx team start to rain threes because we saw Jackson. That's a big part of why they're in this game for sure is because they looked ready to shoot. Everyone was ready to shoot once they caught that ball and knew they had that open look and let it fly. So shooting, just keep on shooting. That's my word of advice because I think more of them are going to fall. This is a good three-point shooting Jackson team. We just haven't seen the three-point makes go in when it matters, and now we got to see it in the second half when it does matter because this is a huge game if Jackson wins.
Well, remember we thought that one of Aaron's was a 3, and they only gave him 2. He was so close to the line. Imagine that was basically a 3. That'd be a 1-point game right now, but us
If
ahead.
it ends that way,
I mean, so close because he was. I mean, I want to go back and watch the replay on that, but like you both have said, you thought it was a 3, but because he's got 2 threes and a 2, and his regular shot that was almost at the 3-point line. So he's on fire right now.
We'll say unofficially we're tied at 24 right now. Yeah, we'll have to go back.
I think it should be 25.
Let's go back to the videotape. Here's keys to the game, and I said go ahead and get in a shootout with Evanston, but never mind what I say. Mac's right. Elin Olive is right. Drag them down to your level offensively. Hold them to under 50, and that's working. And limit turnovers because 2 of the top 10 steal makers are on these Evanston Red Devil team, Jay Hill and Jordan Mendez. So don't give them any extra by allowing them to steal the ball. It's already going to be hard enough rebounds trying to get the ball back after a Evanston miss. Certainly do not allow Mendez and Hill to steal it away from you. They love doing that. Points off transition, I wasn't seeing that. Evanston sometimes will run, but they're running. Both teams running a little bit when it's there.
Yeah, and I love that style of basketball. I love when teams want to take advantage of the numbers that they have and make it a track meet. But I think if the opportunity is there, take it absolutely. Jackson's done a good job of doing it. Evanston's done a good job of doing it. Jackson's just got to dictate the tempo. If they want to take the lead and go on a run of their own to start the third quarter, they just got to ride the momentum that they took from the second quarter.
Yeah, I think Coach Elliott's got to be mostly positive in that locker room at the half, right, Mac? Just keep it up, guys. Keep it up. I like what I'm seeing.
Yes, absolutely. And it goes to show that if Jackson can compete with this team, and they've competed a lot with many teams in the 4A West and Teton, it just goes to show maybe Jackson will be on the winning side of things because they've had a lot of close battles, but just the luck hasn't been there and something has just been missing. But I think this could be the turnaround.
Jackson Bronx have been their own worst enemy. What's between their ears? They could have very well swept the Casper weekend here in this gym. They're playing every bit with maybe the best team in the 4A West right now. Yeah, it could be just a confidence thing, learning how to win. Maybe we turn that corner right now. Jackson will start this half with the ball. It'll be Palmer Wetzel inbounds. And we get started here in the second half. We're tied at 24 still with a restart. It's like we haven't even played yet. Back to zeros. Noah McKinney with it now for Jackson. Hands off to Will Geitman. Geitman top of the key. Will looks around. He's going to hand off as Jackson gets into a weave. That's kind of rare. And Larson with it now to Geitman. Geitman playing way out here in the perimeter. And I wonder if that's intentional. I kind of pull Evanston apart a little bit. Berazet to McKinney. McKinney drives right lane, but Lynn shuts him down. Wetzel with it now. Palmer bumping hard with Jay Hill. Bumps again, and the whistle. And that's Wetzel this time. It'll be Palmer's first of the second half, first of the third quarter. And here comes Evanston, just underway here in the third quarter. Tied at 24, no score yet in the second half. Mendez and Brenner Lim pitch and catch. Here's Hill. Back to Lim. To Hill. Bounce inside. It's Lind. Oh, and a miscommunication there. Out of bounds. And that's twice now that Riker Lind was looking to pass and kick it out, but the guy he wanted was vacating the area and going somewhere else.
Yeah, and I like how the third quarter starts with the theme of the low-scoring game. Both teams coming up empty to start the third.
Jackson's making Evanston play their game. You're looking at a Red Devil team averaging 60 a game. Jackson dragging them down to their level. Verazay, little 15-footer, no good. It was contested. Evanston with the rebound. It's Lind to Mendez, Jordan Mendez in the corner. Lynn puts Palmer in the air, now has an open three. No good, though. That's twice he's done that to Palmer. This time he misses. Larson with the rebound. Berazay, back to Larson. That's Aaron. Aaron with Jordan Mendez on him. Bounce pass into Berazay at the nail. Cycling, circling is Will Geitman. Out to McKinney. Rattles in and out. No good. Boy, that was close. Evanston with it now. Home run pass for Lind. And his pass for off the mark, or for Hill. His pass to Lind, no good.
Oh.
Will Geitman then. He draws the block. Good job, and that's going to be Clayton Cook. And Will Geitman going strong aggressively to the rim is never bad, Mac.
No, not at all. He's got that height advantage. He can normally score right over you. Clayton Cook, it's more impressive because he's doing it on the big Clayton Cook, and now he's drawing free throws and fouls and forcing Cook to foul him.
And now it all means nothing if you don't convert here, and Will Geitman has that. By the way, that's 2 on Cook. And another good. And it's 26-24. Geitman converts both. That's key. Geitman 6'4", Cook 6'5", so it's pretty even battle. Lind inside, can't get the shot off. Berazay might have had something to do with that. And it's out of bounds off Jackson. Evanston ball, Jay Hill, or Jordan Mendez to inbounds. Jordan looking around, floats one to Cook. Cook over to Lynn, now in the corner. 3 from Brenner Lim, no good, and Berazay with the rebound. Evanston's coming out a little cold here in the third. Palmer Wetzel with it now for the Bronx. Trying to back Lim right up into the rack. He does, and puts it up and in. Oh, boy, that's a little bit of Andrew Henna there.
Yes, it's that same move every time. Palmer can just shoot right over you because he's got such long arms, and he's so good at scoring.
I mean, he just backed Lim up, backed him up until he got the shot he wanted. That's a nice shot from Clayton Cook underneath to make it 28-26. Timeout on the floor. It's called by Coach Matt Elliott for the Bronx. Oh, nope, they're going to say it was Evanston called that. We'll stay here.
Oh, sorry.
Show us the, I don't have my other camera. 28-26, Jackson leads. So how do you come out of the locker room? What minor tweaks do you make? So far, we're getting a glimpse of that. Jackson's coming out playing the same kind of game they went in playing.
And I think that's a key to success, because if they just stop Evanston from scoring, I think that's just key. That's the most key of winning. Defense wins the games. And even when Jackson, they're not going to make every shot every possession. They've had a modest 4 points to start, but Evanston's only had 2 points in the first 3 minutes. That is more important through my eyes.
Well, you're starting to echo a phrase from old Liam McPeak would say, defense wins championships.
Yes.
Defense. Noah McKinney and Larson in the backcourt. Careful, they got buzzed once here for time. Kinney's got to get rid of this. He does. Palmer Wetzel with it now. to Barazay. Jack Barazay to Larson. Now to Will Geitman. Evanston defense with that pressure. Keep in mind, there's a push right there by Hill. I don't know what he thinks. He's pointing like something else went wrong. I don't know, Jay. That's a push 9 times out of 8. I don't know. That's Jay Hill's third, by the way. We'll keep an eye on that. Will Geitman to inbounds. Gets it to Aaron Larson. Aaron Larson takes a little walk around town, and Barazay with it now, top of the key to Wetzel. Wetzel with Lind on him. Palmer Wetzel puts it up, and Lind swats it out of bounds, and then Lind stares him down as Wetzel's laying on the floor. Riker says take a little of that. They're getting tired of Palmer, who has been able to convert right over the top of big guys. Palmer Wetzel floats it out to Geitman. No good. Here's Clayton Cook going the other way. Or Jay Hill, rather. Jay Hill puts it up and in. And that's a freebie. 28 all. Geitman with it now. And he's got Larson. Aaron shows up just in time. Aaron floats one into Wetzel at the nail. Palmer kicks out to Barazay. That's not his shot, so he doesn't take it. Palmer Wetzel with it. Got in trouble. And it's out of bounds off Wetzel. Clayton Cook was there, so was Lynn, but they're going to say that was operator error. Wetzel.
Well, Jackson now starting to get in a funk and doing what they do the worst is turnovers, and that's a big problem for the Jackson Bronx, especially this season.
We talked about it. Evanston, no better team at taking it away, no better team at giving it to you. And that's a bad recipe. That's Lind with a nice little pivot, turnaround jumper, 15-footer's good. It's a hard shot to make, Mac.
Yeah, it is. The long mid-range, it's underutilized now.
Come on, get over.
Wetzel to Larson. They're over the line. Palmer working on Mendez. Geitman open for a moment. Clayton Cook comes to get him. Will Geitman bounce pass to Wetzel. Wetzel inside of Barazay and a reach in. That's Hill again. And Hill's got 4, and he's got to come out. Jay Hill trying to deny the ball to Barazay. That, to me, is not worth it. That foul. Neither was the push before it, and Hill's got to sit for a while here. Jackson ball. Wetzel with it. Cook tried to take it away from him. Wetzel, strong hands. Palmer puts a move on Lynn. Found himself a little room. Now Barazay. Barazay spin move in the lane. Up and in. How did he get that? That's the right hand there.
Oh, yeah, and then Evanston throws it away.
Oh, boy. Barazay ignites this team as Lynn was playing very good defense, but Jack somehow found room to put that right-handed layup in. And he's a lefty, by the way, if you didn't know. And there's Lynn, he's kind of mad at the world right now. Lynn swats that ball out of bounds. It'll be Jackson ball. Palmer Wetzel will trigger in. Lind on him. Palmer floats one to Larson. Aaron over to Noah McKinney. McKinney working on Brooks Searle. Now back out to Larson. Aaron gets a screen from Wetzel, but Mendez sticks right with him. Mendez just somehow transported himself right through the pick. Mendez kick out. Wetzel's open for a 3. He'll take it. No good. Mendez taps the rebound, goes right to Lind. Riker Lind up and in. Yeah, it's just one of those loose ball tipping around, and Lind just happened to be there.
Well, I thought he was going to dunk it harder, but
me too. Here's Palmer Wetzel to Aaron Larson. His shot no good. He wanted the 3. Up ahead to Lind again, this time on Wetzel. And it's good. And that's 2 in a row in the fast break where Riker Lind has beaten every Bronc down the floor.
Well, now Evanston, they could sense something's changed and they want to go on a run.
Yeah, McKinney and a timeout here, Coach Elliott, and he's going to say no more run on my watch. Timeout. Trying to cool the heels of the Devils, who are heating up 34-30 with this timeout. We'll take it as well. Jackson Bronx basketball on KZ95 of the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Tired of waiting in ski lift lines? While Silverlight can't fast-track you on the slopes, we can fast-track your internet. With Silverlight Fiber, your connection won't slow down during peak usage. and there's no data cap holding you back. It's like your own VIP lift to everything you love online, 24/7, all season long. Silverlight Fiber is coming to Jackson this spring. Visit silverlight-fiber.com to check if you're next in line.
Live play-by-play coverage of Jackson Bronx sports continues with Jake Nichols on KZ95.
Jake, Matt, Kimmy K, courtside here for Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network. 34-30, Evanston leads this. Plenty of time. 2:27 to go in the third. Wetzel will trigger in front of the scorer's table into the backcourt to Jesse Larson. Jesse on Mendez to Berizet. He'll hand off to Geitman. Geitman works it inside of Wetzel, and he attracts a crowd. Triple team on Palmer. He'll try it anyhow. He thought about giving it out to Larson, but he took the shot. Nice job by Jesse to hustle after that loose ball. Keep another possession alive. Larson to Berizet to Wetzel. Wetzel right down the middle. This time Riker Lind slaps it out of bounds. Riker makes sure Palmer knows about it. I think other guys have to do things. Berizet was open there for that shot. Another player was open, and when Wetzel drives, there's 3 red jerseys around him. Other guys got to do it for the Bronx right now. Here's Jesse to Palmer. Wetzel inside of Berizet. Berizet kick out. Larson, here's the guy we need. Jesse is off the mark. No good. Rebound Evanston. Clayton Cook pushes it across the line. Far side Lind. Lind to an open 3 for Searle. No good. Rebound Geitman to Wetzel. $1:25 to go here in the third. Wetzel with it to Aaron Larson. Aaron walks it out top of the key. Floats one to Berizet. Jack needs to get hot. Berizet hands off. Larson, now Wetzel. Wetzel into Berizet. Try it. On pace. He will. And he can't get it. Pace is all over him. And he causes Berizet to walk. Oh, no.
No,
they're going to say
that
pace.
was a
Yes.
foul. I don't see where you saw walk.
Well, the Evanston players wanted a walk on Berizet.
You got to watch the guy in the, other shirt, not the red team.
I was watching the red guys call that foul. That'll send Berizet to the line, who has been better and better here. But the lefty misses. 34-30, minute 6 to go in the third. And Pace's defense on Berizet is something to watch. Golly. It doesn't look like basketball to me, Mac. It looks like
rugby, football.
UFC or, football. Berizet makes the second. Jackson within 3. Jackson closed out the last quarter with a run. Let's see if they can do it again and get it tied. Here's Pace inside with Berizet on him. And Jack returns the favor. Got a piece of that. Good defense.
Yeah, and then we got the foul on Noah McKinney. Just wrapped around a little too aggressively there.
For McKinney, that's his first, I believe. I don't remember calling him for a foul. No, his second. Here's Lind with it. Riker Lind to Pace. Around to Searle. Back to Pace. He'll try a 3. And that's off the iron and out of bounds. I don't know if that's Pace's game. Riker Pace, a 3-point average a night shooter. It's rare to see him out on the perimeter. And Larson got the ball kicked by Lind. Riker Lind's defense.
Yeah, he's able to outreach and get his hands on the ball just so easily because of that wingspan.
Yeah, his arms are so long. Geitman with it now for Jackson, watched by Pace. Now to Noah McKinney, bobbled the pass for a moment. Back to Jesse Larson. Jesse on Mendez. Pulls up his dribble, wants Geitman. Pace was going to come out and steal that, but couldn't. Geitman hands off to Larson. Aaron Larson with Lind on him. Gets away momentarily to Geitman inside of Berizet. Got crowded, real crowded, and he can't make the shot. That pass tipped. Mendez has it. Jordan Mendez up, in, and the foul. And Noah McKinney can't believe it. Berzay, I said I wanted to see more of Berzay, and he's trying, but it is banging down there, Mac.
Yeah, well, that's a momentum play. When you don't get the call you want, it looked like Jack may have gotten fouled there, and then Evanston, they never stopped playing and draw the foul. That may have not been a foul. That's a frustrating play for the Bronx.
And the 5'11 senior makes it a three-point play. Jordan Mendez converts 37-31, biggest lead of the night for the Red Devils. Here's Ethan Hoffman, watched by Searle. Hoffman gets it to McKinney. Turn around to the buzzer, no good. Partially blocked by Mendez. And as good as Jackson closed out the second quarter, Evanston shuts out the third with a run of their own, and they're up 6. Does Jackson have an answer in the final 8? We'll find out. We'll come right back with the fourth quarter after this. Bronx basketball on KZ95 and the Jackson Hole Radio.
Experience Jackson Hole like a local. Recently renovated, the 49er boasts a new lobby, extended continental breakfast, indoor swimming pool, fitness facility, and 12-person outdoor hot tub. Located on Pearl Street, the 49er is just 3 short blocks from Jackson's greatest bars and restaurants, where you'll find your home away from home. Enjoy your time in Jackson as part of the Town Square Inns, and stay at the 49er Inn and Suites.
Your home for Jackson Hole High School sports is KZ95. Let's get back to the game.
Hey, thanks for spending your Saturday with us on the YouTubes, radio, however you're doing it. We're glad to have you. 37-31. Evanston leads here as we start the fourth. What has Jackson got to do better?
Well, Jackson's defense has been consistent. Evanston averaging 12 points a quarter. They had 13 in the third. The only issue is now the offense is starting to get a little bit dry. It can't be all through Palmer. Jackson's got to spread the love on that score sheet, so we got to see more balance. Maybe see Jack get more buckets inside, or Geitman or McKinney hit a 3 or 2, or Aaron or Jesse.
Bronx got to find baskets from other people. Only 3 on the scoring sheet at the half, and they got to spread it around a bit. But we'll take any way we can get it at this point. Mendez drive, his shot, I don't know what that was, but it hurt the backboard. Might have cracked the backboard. Here's Larson with it. Aaron. Way out to get him is Mendez. Back door, Will Geitman. And we saw a little bit of that in the first quarter. I'm glad to see it in the last quarter come back. Will Geitman, baseline cut. There's Cook. Cook steps in the lane. That's up and in. Clayton Cook with the answer.
Well, that was a nice Euro for the big man, getting around the defense.
Otherwise known as extra steps. Or
potentially.
Wetzel to Berzay. Lost the handle. Stole it away by Brenner Lim, and now up to Mendez and in. Transition points off steals. Red Devils feast all year on that, and they're doing it again now. That pass intended for Aaron Larson. Over the top is Clayton Cook, and are they going to get Clayton on that? Oh, they are.
It's his 3rd or 4th, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I feel for you. 41-33, 6:45 to go in regulation. Mendez almost stole another long 3 from Aaron, but no good. Rebound, Will Geitman. He's up and in. Will Geitman with a putback. Baseline, Mendez out to Jay Hill. Hill playing with foul trouble. Now to Searle. Good. Brenner Lim. 43-35, Evanston lead. Back and forth here. Wetzel ahead to Aaron Larson. Aaron drives, kick out. Berzay baseline. Puts one up and in. Jay Hill. I don't know if Berzay recognized that Jay Hill has foul trouble or recognize that Jay Hill just isn't as big and tall as he is.
Yes, a good job of Jack to recognize and find the opening for that sweet bank shot. I love how he used glass on that.
Oh, man, that was pretty from the big man. 43-37, so Jackson hanging around, but they need a change of tide here. They need some momentum shift, something, because time running out.
Yeah, well, now the offense is starting to flow a little bit. You're getting buckets from Geitman. You're getting buckets from Berzay. Now it comes back down to the stops. Evanston has scored 6 points. Jackson scored 6 points. you can't trade baskets when you're down, so Jackson's now got to get stops and go on a run of their own and come back into this game.
It's a 6-point game. It's been as many as 8, I believe. I don't know that Evanston has had a 10-point lead, but it's been close mostly the whole way. As Evanston pops up off the bench, Jackson's out on the floor as well. We're ready to go after the timeout. Jackson trail 43-37. 6:14 to go. It's Evanston basketball, so those stops we need, well, start right away with that. As Brenner Lim brings it up. Mendez inside to Lim. Lim puts it up and in. Brenner Lim off the bench has been very good, the senior. He makes it a 45-37 game, and now a turnover almost.
No.
Okay.
Riker Lynn kicked it out.
Riker Lynn hit like his legs and his arms. There's a lot of Riker Lynn going on. Wetzel, full court pressure. Evanston trying to cause a bobble. It's Larson to Larson, and they still haven't got it over yet. Now up ahead to Berizet. Berizet baseline drive working on Paul Baxter, and there's a long shot, no good. Rebound Berizet, Palmer, Wetzel. Up and in.
And what a find by Jack Berizet. Always has his eyes up.
Beautiful bounce pass to Wetzel. I didn't see it. Nobody saw it except Jack and Palmer.
And it was very nice.
Paul Baxter, far side. Brenner Lim, Baxter back to Lim. Lim, cross court, Mendez. Mendez with a ball fake. Now he's going to put a 15-footer up. No good off the iron, out of bounds. There's the stop Jackson needed. One of them.
Yep.
Bronx still down 6 here with 5:13 to go. Jesse Larson working on Jordan Mendez, who is ball hockey, but he stays out of trouble. Palmer Wetzel to Geitman, back to Palmer. Palmer working on Lind. Palmer hands off to Aaron Larson. Aaron trying to shake loose of Brenner Lim, can't do it. Jack Berizet, Clayton Cook ahead. That's Mendez from behind. Jordan Mendez just took it away. You got to keep an eye on Mendez and Hill. They steal. And Jordan was looking for the ball and found it. Here's Jack Berizet in the lane on Cook. Kick out Geitman, long three. Good! Will Geitman! And Will can do that, Mac.
Yes, he can. He's worked so hard on that shot and is just so much better each time I see him shoot the ball.
It's Clayton Cook on that left block. Hands out to Lind, and Geitman comes out with a block. Will Geitman with a huge block, no foul. And Riker Lynn looks just angry now as Clayton Cook puts one up, no good. Jack Berizet with strong defense, but it wasn't too strong. It looks like it.
I don't like that call.
Cook will go to the line, and that was on Berizet, his second. For Jack to only have 2 is pretty impressive in this kind of a game. Cook misses that one, 73% free throw shooter. Hill is back in with foul trouble. Watch him as he replaces Paul Baxter. Coach Watzenbach can't afford to go too deep in the bench. He's got to keep his studs out there. This one's too close. And it's back to a 6-point game, 48-42 Evanston with just under 4 to go in regulation. Larson, that's Aaron, trying to get across the line. Does. Bounce past the Wetzel, lost the handle. And it's stolen away by Brenner Lim. Gets it to Mendez. Good, short Mendez. And points off turnovers, another 2.
Yep, and there's Evanston at the 50-point mark, so Jackson needs to come back and get a bucket right here.
Larson into Wetzel. Palmer back to Aaron Larson. Aaron with Mendez on him. Top of the key, Noah McKinney. McKinney's been quiet offensively. Long 3 there from Aaron. Too short. Rebound is Lim. Here comes Evanston running again. Mendez misses the layup. Rebound is good. I don't know if that was Hill or Lynn, but it's up and in.
I don't know if you count that as a rebound. That was a hand giving it an assistance.
That's just a little tap back, and it's a 10-point game for the Red Devils, and more of that late game fade for the Bronx. Berzay. He'll try a top of the key three. Good, Jack Berzay. Is it a three?
It looked like a three to me, and that's a huge bucket for Jackson. They're counting it a two. That looked like a three.
Yeah,
Did y'all see it right
two,
there?
52-44.
Is it because he started behind the line? It just did it, and his feet landed in front afterwards.
And you know, Berzay.
That was a three.
That was a three.
That was a 300%. I saw the replay. That was a three.
Oh,
so
boy.
that's 2 more points we should have right now. That's all I'm going to say.
Berzay has had that open shot from deep. Evanston's given it to him. That's the first time he's actually taken advantage.
Someone needs to go complain about that. I got proof.
Okay. 52-44, Evanston up and trying to pull away here on the road. Evanston Red Devils coming off a bitter loss to the Star Valley Braves in Afton a couple nights ago. Jackson lost on the road in Riverton a couple nights ago. Jackson's still looking for that first win of the year. Still looking for life after Hannah, Keelan, Brunner, and Fowler, and Borchardt. I mean,
Kana.
It's like a whole new team. Owen Kana, yeah.
Yep.
Just under 3 to go, 2:50. Jackson down big. They need something to swing their way in a hurry, and they need a lot of it. As Jackson sends out Berzay, Geitman, Wetzel, Aaron Larson, and Noah McKinney. For the Bronx, they stay big. Lyndon Cook on the floor. This guy with the ball now is Brenner Lim. Lim 21 on 21, trying to get away from McKinney. McKinney, the best defensive player available to Coach Elliott, leads the team in steals. Inside to Clayton Cook. That's good. Cook was pretty wide open there. Clayton converted. Here's Palmer Wetzel working on Riker Lind. Wetzel to Berzay, hands it back to Wetzel. Lost the handle momentarily. Back to Berzay. He drives on Cook, puts a shot up, no good. Jack's better at just taking that three than trying to go in there on Cook. Lynn, no good, but the follow-up by Mendez. Wow. It might not be Riker Lynn's night for Evanston, but it's Jordan Mendez's day.
Well, that's the issue, is we've seen 2 putbacks on the fast break because all 5 guys at Evanston, as soon as they see the ball going their way, all 5 guys sprint down, and then it's a big mismatch and disparity between numbers, and that's why Evanston is able to get easy looks from putbacks.
These Red Devils are playing hard for Coach Watsabaugh. It's evident. This is a road game coming off a loss, so they're gonna give you a little extra. But their defense, their team as a team, the way they get back on defense, or the way they run in transition after a steal, they've shown you all the hustle you want if you're Coach Watsabaugh. For Coach Elliott, you got a great game out of your team again up until midway through the third, and then they're falling off the pace a little bit here as the Red Devils are turning into the old Evanston Red Devils, averaging 60 a game. We thought that would be unattainable, but maybe not.
Yeah, 19 points in the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. That will kill you.
Yeah, that's been a run. Has it been that many? Well, you're good at math. That's a lot. Yeah, there's a reach-in by Mendez, trying to deny Larson that. That'll be a foul on him. Jordan, just his first. Wetzel into Noah McKinney. Noah McKinney is going to just try to dribble on Brenner Lim, and does. He's over the line. Aaron Larson with it now. Jackson can't wait around too much. Noah McKinney. Cook comes out to get him. Now Larson. Aaron pops it into Jack Berzay, working on Mendez. Mismatch there, up and in. Help came from Cook, but it came too late. And Berzay recognized he was on Mendez. He said, I can make this work.
Well, Jack's just too strong, using his muscle and strength to body that bucket inside.
Yes. Brenner Lim now to Clayton Cook. Cook watched by Berzay. Near side here to Lynn. He gets away from Wetzel, but the kick out Evanston not in a hurry to shoot here. Burning clock, and there's the foul. We got to have it. You saw Evanston was playing that kind of game, just keep away. And Noah McKinney put hands on. And we're a long way from the bonus.
Yeah, 3 fouls to give for the Bronx.
Jay Hill on that far side with Will Geitman. You put size to try to make Hill have to throw over you, but he finds in the backcourt Brenner Lim. Brenner bounce pass to Jordan Mendez. Mendez immediately gets a hand from Aaron Larson. Get us to the 3rd foul. Still 2 more before you send Evanston to the line. And that's what you're down to now. Strategy with 10-point deficit. Jay Hill to Lim. Lim watched by McKinney. McKinney trying to cause a bobble. That does slap it away.
I thought that was nice and clean, but it was behind.
That was a lot of ball.
I saw him all about. I mean, he obviously got the ball.
It was a reach around, but with a lot of ball. But it's going to be a foul. It's what Jackson wants anyway. Jay Hill will inbounds here, far side. Jackson trying to commit one more foul. Now, oops, the scorekeeper said, my bad. Coach Elliott wants to know what the heck, and Coach Watsonball wants to say just keep playing. Inadvertent buzzer. And maybe just put the time back on. I don't know, 5 seconds. Coach Elliott says, hey, that wasted some time. To the line now, meanwhile, is Lynn. So Jackson did commit that foul. Who was it? McKinney, his 4th. And Riker Lynn.
It's his 5th, is what I think they're trying to say. That's why they were calling him over.
Riker Lynn, meanwhile, to the line. The 6'4 senior is the leading scorer for this team normally. I don't know he's had a Riker Lynn night. Oh, now he's not at the line. It's going to be Brenner Lim. Lim, the senior, and now Coach Watsonball calls time.
Or wait, I don't know if it's...
We don't know who fouled.
Noah McKinney's 5th foul. All right,
so McKinney has fouled out.
I think the issue is they were trying to decide whether it was the 4th or 5th foul on the bonus, and now they're saying it was a 5th foul. That's the buzzer, so they thought it would be shooting, but now it's actually a 4th foul, so it's a sideline inbounds play, and then I think Noah just got subbed out.
Oh, thank you, Mac.
Okay, but I thought they just said, okay.
Thanks for making sense of that. 10-point Evanston lead, and that's Aaron Larson with a reach in to get us to the bonus. For Aaron, that's 2 on the afternoon, and it's Mendez at the line, and he's the last guy you want to foul. Top free throw shooter on this team. He hits 3 out of 4 on average. He's got that. An 11-point Red Devil lead with 1:12 to go. Jordan eyes this one and drains them both. 58-46, biggest lead of the afternoon for Evanston. Jesse Larson with it now. Hands off to Aaron. Aaron gets a pick from Berzay, but coming right out on him is Cook. Larson hands off to Wetzel. Wetzel inside of Berzay. Kick out, wide open. Long 3 is good. Aaron Larson. Good ball movement there to identify the open guy.
Yes, and that's something we've seen Jackson do a lot is they get just far away enough, 10-point lead, and then in the final minute, 2 minutes, they start pushing back, and it's like we need the pushback to come earlier. It's good that it's there, but Jackson is a resilient team. They just got to show up earlier, just slightly.
And prevent that one big run, that one big push.
Yes.
They're good. They play right with you. And then there's this one section of the game, usually in the 3rd, late or in the 4th, where for 4 minutes the other team just kind of builds a lead. And before you know it, you're like, what was a one-possession game suddenly is, hey, we're down 8 now. We're down 10. Like, it happened so quick. Under a minute. Evanston ball, they're up 9. It's Mendez with it. Well, Wetzel comes out trying to put hands on him, is he? I think. Nah, he's just playing defense. Cook with it now, Clayton Cook. Back to Jordan Mendez. Jordan just going to run clock here for the Red Devils. Jackson chases Mendez around, but I don't think they wanted to foul him. You want anyone else. And then finally the foul is committed by Jesse Larson with a reach in. It'll send to the line Brenner Lim. Lim is the guy you want here at the stripe. He makes less than half his free throws statistically. And the first one rattles in and out, no good. 36 seconds to go, Evanston up 9. Jackson plays again. When's our next game, Kimmy K?
Friday, I think, against Star Valley.
Lim missed them both. Beresay with the rebound. Here's Palmer Wetzel. Wetzel from behind, swiping at it as Cook didn't get it. Wetzel, long three. Good. And Palmer Wetzel does that all the time. When you absolutely have to have a shot in the last minute, it's Wetzel. The problem is it's not a game winner. You're already down too many. But okay. Meanwhile, the foul to send Hill to the line. It's on Aaron Larson. 23 seconds. If you're wondering if this is possible, Hill missed.
Woo!
So it's a 6-point game, 23 seconds.
2 threes tie it.
Yeah, Jackson could make it interesting if Hill misses here and get a 3 in transition.
Jay Hill makes it. And a 7-point game. Larson with it now. Jesse running on Mendez. Kick out. Aaron, long three. Off the mark. No good. Cook with the rebound to Mendez. Mendez runs right into Aaron Larson.
Whoa,
Ouch.
knocked him over.
Yes, he did. Aaron got steamrolled. He's okay. Both players up.
Oh, but it's Jackson's foul.
Yeah, Aaron Larson committed the hurt. That's his third. Mendez to the line, though, and he's been automatic there. 12 and a half seconds. So time and number 4 are working against you. Mendez could ice it, and I think he just did. 60-52. The second of 2.
I forget what the foul happens there.
Get with it. I had four freshman boys the other day who did better on camera.
Oh, shame on you.
There's Palmer Wetzel, far side, over the line. Time running out. Launches. No good. And Will Geitman put that ball off his own foot out of bounds. 5 seconds.
Anybody knows us, you are in trouble.
Clayton Cook will inbounds. I'm just frustrated at a loss. Mendez will walk the timeout, and then there's the buzzer. So, this one, a final in the books. It's Evanston 61, Jackson 52. We'll be back to wrap things up. Stats and players of the game next on the Jackson Hole Radio Sports Network.
One good play can improve a team's chance of winning the game. And when executed properly over and over again, that play can take a team far. One good decision when you get behind the wheel can do the same. Approximately half of the people who lose their lives on Wyoming roads each year were not wearing a seatbelt. Stay in the game, Wyoming. Buckle up every time you get in your vehicle. It's a winning play. This message brought to you by WYDOT.
We're back courtside here at Jackson. Kimmy K with a score sheet. Did you get it down there in time?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I can sort of guess. I have my players of the game already in my brain. I just want to see the stats to make sure. What did Evanston do?
Well, let's go in order. Mendez. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, sorry. 15 points. Cook. 14 points. Hill had 6. Is there 2? Did I say Cook? I meant Lind.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
On the other one, sorry. Cook, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Lim, 6.
Yeah. For Cook, that's better than his
2.
average normally. Yeah. And Lind a little under. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, 15, 17. I'm done. That's everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to go for it. No matter what you said on the numbers, I had a feeling that Riker Lind wasn't all Riker Lind. He was about 80% of a Riker Lind. Cook had a great game. He always does. But Jordan Mendez stood out to me as the guy that killed us, killed Jackson. He was unbelievable. Jordan Mendez is my guy. Mac?
Yes, I was going to say Jordan Mendez as well, but I think defensively it's got to be Riker Lind. Just defensively, he had to have a handful of blocks, looking like Mark Eaton out there, or you could say Wembanyama in the NBA now. Just getting 2 blocks on Palmer Wetzel, trying to make a statement, stopping Jackson's leading scorer. So, it does help when he does have length to him, but there is fundamentals when it comes to blocks. You're going after the ball and not fouling, and Riker Lind did a great job of that. So defensively, it's Riker Lind. Offensively, it's got to be Jordan Mendez, scoring in so many crafty ways. But Evanston, that's something they've always done well, is they play as a team and they score as a team. They had many, many different scorers. Just even scoring from Brenner Lim, he had 3 mid-range shots in the third that killed Jackson and gave Evanston that 6-point lead to end the third quarter and push that run for Evanston.
Yeah, the offensive contribution was spread around. It wasn't just Cook, wasn't just Lind, wasn't just Mendez. Mendez, it was the steals for me. I mean, he took the ball away from Jackson probably 5 times at least that I can remember. Kimmy, who do you like on the Red Devils?
Lind.
All right, then. Let's go to the Bronx side of the score sheet.
Let's go. Bears had 9. Larson 11. Wetzel 15. And Geitman 17.
Okay. Who's your favorite?
I'm going to go with Will.
Will?
I'm going to give it to Will today.
I'll go with Will as well. I love Geitman's game.
He had a really good start.
Started strong, ended strong, a little quiet in the middle, but Will Geitman was really good. Hit a 3, played hard underneath. Mac?
It's interesting. That's a tough one because you have more balance between the 4 scorers, but Jackson just needs more of a balance of 6, 7, 8 scorers.
Yeah.
Good high output from the top 4 scorers for Jackson. I liked how Aaron shot really well. I like how Palmer went with that same move. He has that great hook shot that he's able just to get over that sheer height that Evanston has. Palmer found very creative ways to score, as he always does. And I really like that from Palmer.
Always does,
And against Lynn for a majority of the game, who you mentioned, I don't know who plays defense better than him in the conference. So
yeah, it's tough. And then I also, Will Geitman, that's a season high for him, I think. Doing it all, doing all the little things, getting the boards and the buckets. So that could be that's a toss-up. I really like Will Geitman's game. I also like Jack. You said he had 9 points. All those were in the second half.
Yeah.
So I think, great scoring for the big men output from Jackson. But you could say it's a toss-up. I liked Palmer's game. I liked Will's game. But I think it just does have to go to Will just because he did lead the team in scoring, and that's a season high for Will Geitman.
Boy, there's a reason averages are averages, and we thought no way was Evanston ever going to get to 60, and they scored 61. Their average output offensively is 60 a game, so they got there barely. Rob wants the ball, will bank the win. He'll have it. Any win on the road, tough to get. Red Devils improved 8-4 in the season, 2-0 in conference with the win, and that will do it for us, right, guys?
Yes.
I guess so.
All right. Well, that's not the one I wanted. How about that one? Yeah. So from Jackson Hole, that'll do it. Jackson Lumber, Town Square Inns of Jackson, Big O Tires, Y-Dot, Blue Spruce Cleaners, and Silver Star helping us out with the game tonight. Tough loss for both the girls and the boys here at home. We'll see you again next against Star Valley on the 31st. We'll have that action for you right here at home. For the Jackson Hole Radio crew, I'm Jake, back Fairborn, Kitty K. We'll see you again down the road next time. Have a great weekend.